Okay, so picking up where we left off, the Moonstone Masquerade made their way onto the frozen lake, getting messages from Alex and Ruen while discussing Rael's past and their future when dealing with Malik. However, the ship was momentarily taken by servants of the Ice Queen. You managed to defuse the situation and get an audience with her, learning that she had also been cast out by Malik and was subtly working towards his downfall. We pick up as you are all in your freshly made ice chamber, figuring out your plan of action, and I will let you know it's about 3 p.m. at this time.
Can I have an exact time, please?
3
It's
p.m.
3:28.
Sick.
We can't do it for another 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh god, it's really annoying. Yeah.
Silence for 2 minutes.
Yeah. I was planning to send you this morning, but then, as I say, I fell asleep for 2 hours. Archon is going to send 2 sends.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
He's going to send a
He's going to send a sending.
You're going to send 2 messages.
I just
send 2
wanted you
messages
to
via
say it
sending.
again to see if you...
Sorry, yeah. So the first one is going to be to Tia and Callie.
Which one?
I'll go with Tia.
Okay.
Just because
Probably
I've been spelling her name wrong.
Yeah, she probably also
Yeah,
has
she
sending
seemed
as well.
like Bardy. I think she gave me Bard vibes. Because you have to excuse me, I was really tired at the end of the last session. So there was some like way of getting them here. Like if we get them to water, then is it Tess or Tress?
It's not going to be quick to get them here. To get them here,
No, I know, but there is a route for them to get to safety.
They basically have to do the walk that you did. Get to the.
We didn't do.
Well, you walked most of it. They have to get to the port that you guys got the boat at, essentially, and then Tess could get them down into this area.
So there is a bit of a risk involved because they'd have to leave what is essentially a safe haven for them, their little hideout.
They have to go pretty far. Like it's like 2.5, 3 day travel.
What about Simon?
So, Simon, I had written down actually. If they would have come with you, Simon was going to turn into a backpack.
Fuck yeah!
Sorry, I forgot. He was the mimic, wasn't he?
Mimic, yeah.
So yeah, I'll send a message to them saying, try to get to this place by the water, and we will get you to like relative safety with some pretty chill owl people.
The answer is like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna go that far. Oh, okay. We'll see what we can do.
I'm not wasting my 3rd level spell slot responding to her, so
that's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
She got the message. She got a response.
I will be a bit more
I have effectively washed my hands of that situation. There's nothing more I can do for the poor girl.
So I was looking a bit like, I told you we should have told him. I'm going to just say.
Then, by all means, learn spells.
I have spells.
He does have at least one spell.
I have.
Can you spell?
I have 3 spells. 5 if you count the cantrip message that's on that jewel that Archon gave me, and then 5 if you count the flame strike from the spear.
I don't. The second one I'm going to do is I'm going to update Mel as to what's going on. I'm going to try to at least. Hello, we are in an ice cave in the Feywild. All going reasonably well. Hope you and Layla are good. Archon.
Can you roll me a D100?
I can.
57? Yeah.
37.
Yeah, so the message goes through. The response is something like, "Oh, that sounds cold, definitely. Yeah, we're good. Just hanging out in a fire roast. Playing some. We got a pool table. It's pretty cool. So we've been playing matches of pool. Hope you're okay." And she just keeps rambling, but she doesn't know the message has ended. because it's only
Cut off,
25
yeah.
words.
So it just cuts off
Okay.
half sentence.
Yeah.
I'm out of third level slots, so I'm like, oh damn it. And it occurred to me the other day, I started playing Baldur's Gate again, like not seriously, but playing it again a little bit. And I'm just going through Act 1 on Tactician, and I forgot how like challenging it can be if you're not properly prepared for certain fights. And so I went to go and get Karlach, and I realised a tiefling who can't cool down. We've got one of them ourselves. We've got Nyx. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't put the two together before. But I don't need to send something to her. She's there. I could just yell.
She's sitting right here. Don't even have to yell. She's
Yeah.
You
No, I
remind
don't
me
have
of
to.
Karlach.
You remind me of my favourite character from a computer game.
talking about.
Yeah. But yeah. So.
So, what is
Okay.
the plan of action?
Well, that's an interesting point. I think we decided. I think we were ready. But if we're going to an A team and a B team, the B team, he gestures to himself, Drac, Sidon, Slab, Cass, maybe Cassian. I don't know if that includes with the B team. And it's like, well, if we are going to try and get into this competition, we need to find out as much about it as possible, because we've not really been able to. I still don't know how one applies to get into it. If there are other teams, where it is, when it is. I think that should be our.
I will say that because you've seen a few posters around the different like towns for it. I'll say that you would know from those that it's usually like a single person or a team, so it's not like you're going to go up against other teams also competing for this prize, and that to enter or to ask for entry, you can just go to Summoner's Crown where Malik is, and he will decide whether you.
So we need to appeal to Malik to whether or not we get in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
does it have a name? Sorry, like a proper name.
I can't remember.
I don't think I have a proper name in my
I
notes.
think it's just down as the competition in my brain. And
yeah, I mean that's
I
sort of
thought
what
it
it is in
was-
my brain as well.
I thought it was like Malik's.
magnificent.
I thought it was sort of like Malik's Magnificent Games or something.
A fateful gambit,
if
if you will.
It's he probably has a name for it. I don't. I'll come up with
So,
one in the
okay.
interim.
I must have made that up in my brain.
Well,
then
his
about
name-
it.
No, I think
his-
you're right. I think it came up on the thing.
His full title is Malik the Magnificent.
Magnificent,
So you
yeah.
might be getting that confused. I don't know if I've given it a proper name.
Maybe this is the Mandela effect. Did we just get Mandela effect?
I think it maybe had it on the initial poster, but whether it was actually just pulling something out of the fucking ether.
I did a one shot called it was like Mrs. something, Mrs. Matilda's Merry Meal or some shit. Maybe that's what you're mixing it up with that. Because that was the Christmas one shot we did when you all made invention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that
wow.
was secret.
No idea.
You guys don't get to hear it. Apologies.
I love having a secret campaign.
Well,
You
I'm
know that,
sorry.
Well, you have a recorded campaign and you have a home campaign. It happens. Like, sometimes you just want a nice chillax one that isn't
This is
recorded.
the good. This is the good shit. We're like...
But
honestly, let's just go with Malik's Magnificent Challenge. I can't think of anything better. Yeah.
So bugger. Okay, so my plan was to do that whilst Maeve, you were. So this is what I recommend then. Maeve, you go in and press him for details, and then if you're unable to get more information out of him without putting cards on the table, say you're going to enter into the competition to try and impress him, and were we to win, he gives you the information you want. But then we go in as an entourage, as all of us. It's the Moonstone Masquerade, because we have a name now. And then when we win, we also get the boon. But because of the agreement, has to give you the information. And then, because I think there's more than one thread here, that there's a way of getting everything we want. whilst also getting, so everyone is happy.
And what about cutting out the middleman and just sneaking in? Is that on the table, or is that just been thrown into the bin?
I think if we're not able to get any information, if he doesn't give us anything, I feel that should be Plan B.
Or Plan C.
I'm happy to vote on it.
B is the
Plan C for steal.
Yes. I think if we do that, then it's very clear that we are. I don't want to end up in there myself, is what I'm trying to say. If I can at all avoid it, I don't want to be forced into prison. And I think there is a legitimate recourse. However, if there isn't, of course, I will risk it for a biscuit.
So, what? If Maeve can't get anything out of him, and then just says that she'll join the games, and then she rocks up with an entourage, where did she get that entourage? Are we just?
Hey, that's his problem for not asking. Don't worry about that.
All right.
Okay, so what is your plan for the day? Are you gonna go today, or are you gonna rest here?
How far away is
they're
it?
gonna teleport us.
No, she's not gonna teleport you. She's gonna basically burrow you through the ice and spread of the ground. So it would probably, you could have asked them before you went into the room. It can probably take you, I'll call it 2.5 hours underground.
I think we did say yesterday. We did say last week that we wanted to sit and think on our plan of action going forward, and I think we said that we may just spend the night here and just.
It's completely up to you. They are happy to house you.
Yeah.
And there will be food. It will probably be fish. If you so wanted.
Can I fight the sea serpent?
No, you're not going to fight Milo.
You've been told no.
I was aware I've been told no.
Well, when has that stopped you?
Exactly.
Oh god. Sam's going to get eaten by a sea serpent.
Oh no! What a shame.
Anyway,
I'd be devastated. Anyway.
So,
Anyway, let's move on.
Unless there's anything specific you want to do, speak now, forever hold your peace.
I don't know if we need to talk to anyone. Do we need to talk to anyone? Or shall we time skip forward?
There's only one thing I want to ask, and that it does involve us leaving this. Me leaving. This room.
I mean that's fine. Yeah.
I would like to go to see Queenie, and I'm not asking her to do it. I just want to know if she can. Would she be able to amend the meta magics on my mantle of woven will?
No.
Okay.
Easy answer, simple answer.
That's
no.
Fine. The only reason I ask is there's a powerful sorcerer artist I might be able to change it. I thought, oh, maybe ask her.
I think she's more. I mean, based in like the Fae, like obviously sorcerers, like obviously sorcery and Fae, they sort of overlap depending on the kind. But I think
that's fine. I didn't actually want to do it. I just wondered. Actually, I hadn't asked about it, but then I was thinking
she's not like that in tune with the arcane sort of side of it.
Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. The only thing I was thinking about maybe changing out. Sorry.
No, it just sounded so fun. Like I didn't even want to do it.
No, because I was thinking maybe replacing subtle spell with extended, but I was like 50-50 on whether that would be worthwhile because the spells I want to extend generally are very, very short for like 1 minute to 2 minutes, and that's not super useful like compared to some of the other things I can do with it. But I'd just be like, I was just wondering because I haven't met anyone. I haven't actually asked anyone, so this will be the first person. That's fine.
I think it'd be
if
there's like a strong actually class sorcerer. I mean, you could probably ask Gethin or Malik, possibly. I don't know how. I don't know how long it would take them, but I mean, they'd probably be able to. Whereas Yeah. Okay. So if that's everything, the one thing I assumed that happened. Oh yeah.
Sorry, one other thing I completely forgot about still right now. This is a really weird specific question.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to Rayard as everyone's just like chilling out, eating, whatever, just hanging out, and I ask him, you don't have to RP this, what god does he follow?
I don't think he is religious.
Okay.
I mean, obviously he's kind of my NPC, kind of your character. I don't think he is religious.
Okay. I couldn't remember, so I had no strong feelings either way. Either. So I wondered if you had.
I will say it's a funny idea in my head of someone not being religious
I mean, he's not. Okay. Here's the difference. He doesn't follow. I mean, obviously. You cannot be religious, like, you know, in this world. I mean, the gods do exist. People have seen them, but I think it's like, I just don't think he devotes himself to a god. That's maybe the more.
Archer's not super religious either. Like he knows about it, but he doesn't like follow any of the. Like it's very much like he has like an egg on Easter and whatever. That's about as far as he'll go. Yeah. But so I just wondered. But that's fine. That's okay. That's
cool. The only other thing I assume that happens is at some time that evening, Maeve speaks to Sable.
Yeah.
Just to update her, as you said you would. You don't have to RP it if you don't want to.
I don't want to make you RP it, so I'll just say that she's like still alive. Heading tomorrow. Love you. Bye.
Sable's like, I'm doing my nails.
Yeah. You have nails.
Really long nails, right?
Really long nails. And when she said doing a nail, when she said doing a nail, she didn't mean painting them. She meant sharpening them.
Okay.
I think that's more accurate. Let me see if I can find the image of Sable. Now I've said it. Oh, it's actually there's no nails in that image. I assume she has nails. It's fine. But yeah, you have, you know, you spend an evening, you probably, speak to the Queen and Tess, and I made up a name last session that's completely slipping my mind.
Shiver.
No, not I remember that one because that's just a word. It was almost like Elsa, but it wasn't. It was like Elsie or something. One of the other Striggers. That's it. I didn't like saying that. Like,
yes, it's a tough word, isn't it?
I didn't think about it when I was writing it. I might change that at some point. It's that maybe that's why Malik didn't use them.
Yeah,
decided that the name was a bit dicey.
Aegeans?
Grigopodes.
I might change it. It might get retconned, but I'm not going to change it right now. Maybe at the break if I can be bothered.
Basically, Malik named them, but these guys are now going to come up with their own race.
They're the owl people.
Owlins.
No, because they are different.
Okay.
But yeah, so you have a nice afternoon, evening, and when do you go to sleep? That's actually a good question. So, what time do you want to get up?
Bedtime canonically is 9:30.
Well, okay. More accurately, when do you want to get up?
Morning.
Thanks, Pete.
No, I meant like crack of dawn morning.
How early?
How long will it
You
take?
sleep till noon.
I assume we'll have had time to find out like how long it will take us if we wake up at a certain time to get to.
Yeah, so it'll be about
yeah.
2.5 hours to get to like close-ish to Summoner's Crown, the actual castle. She's not going to take you directly to it, obviously.
No, fair.
But she's going to take you within a few miles.
I say if we, if we leave for 7. If we're up and about for 7, and we can get to the castle gates for about 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason, so Archon will say, the reason I'm thinking that is we don't want, maybe if you go in first thing in the day, then his emails won't have piled up. He won't have had to deal with any, customer complaints, things like that.
Cool. Yeah. So you sort of go to bed pretty early and wake up
long rest.
Probably, 6, half 6ish. To wake up, you have a meal in the morning. Tess is ready. The one thing that happens before you leave, however, is where is it in my notes? Here it is. Sort of as you're getting ready to leave, the Ice Queen, Lady Sylphine, says to you all, I wish you luck on this endeavor. I obviously can't physically come to help you, but if you would like, I don't think it'll be able to be traced back to me, but I can grant you all a temporary resistance to the cold if you would like.
Teeth chattering.
Do you have?
Yes, please.
Well, for those of us who already have cold resistance, is there another option? Oh, damn.
Live with it.
Yeah, so
Live with
fine.
your already pre-established cold resistance.
yeah, so for the next 24 hours, all of you gain resistance to cold damage.
Nice. There it is.
I will just long rest Cass, because I don't know if she's used anything, but I may as well. I'm not going to change her spells because I'm not gonna do that.
Weenie. 24 hour.
Cool. She already has cold resistance. I'll do that for Cass quickly. Resistance. I'll just remember it. I was the one who said it. Cool.
So it's actually 24 hours. So it's like
yes, it's a full 24
2
hours
days.
from it's from this point to about 7ish tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you are preparing to leave. You got all your bags. You hear that very maybe not familiar, but harsh whistle that Tess makes, and you watch as some of the the ice walls begin to sort of break out and form this icy tunnel that you will begin to walk through. I'll just change to the not to the world map. That's a bit far.
Do you have a tunnel map?
No, I don't have a tunnel map.
So we're not going to get attacked by a sea serpent that isn't Milo.
Well, I might have a tunnel map. Where's Porridge? Yeah. I was gonna do it. 1 second.
Lucas Hole.
But yeah, so you probably start off at about see this massive what do you call it, iceberg, probably here-ish, and sort of obviously you're in the ground, so you can't really tell where you are specifically, but you begin to follow Tess, who over the next 2.5 hours or so sort of takes you sort of this way. She points out, she seems to have really good sense of direction, or knows where everything is, even though you're underground. She points out as you're going past one of the what's the word? Fortifications around the Convoker's Hold. Just to, let you know that is there.
Are we still underground right now, by the way?
Yes, you're still underground. And then after, probably a further 5-10 minutes after she points out the bit of the hold, she takes you a little bit further on and says, well, it's I wish you luck. I'll be around. I'm going to be underground though. If you need, I think I don't know if James is able to speak, but points to Archon and says, if any of you really, if you send me a message, we saw you could do, I'll be around and I might be able to get you out. And it depends on how much danger you're in.
How
But-
about
with
if
this
you
guy,
stomp
so-
the ground really hard?
I'm not. I'm not going to hear that.
Okay. Just
So you don't have tremor sense.
No.
As for trouble, we don't know. We're traveling with this guy. Points to Sidon.
Well, I wish you luck. And she sort of quietly whistles. And you see that the ground sort of opens up, and you are opens up into snow. And you are, when you look up, the sky above you is stormy, to say the least. You can see around the main castle building, it appears to be like the eye of the storm, so there isn't that much what's the word, chaos around there. But sort of going out and around this entire area, there is definitely like a pretty present storm, and there is like snow falling all sort of around that's blowing in your face. The winds are buffeting you.
Is the children playing, having fun?
So I'm back now.
Speaking.
But when we're like traveling, like presumably, I don't know if she's. I know she's like, so she's going to get us out if she can. I did hear. Can I ask about that? Like, because I have meant to ask for a long time. Like, is this normal? You know, if I was like the head honcho of the Fae area, sorry, you're like crazy. I wouldn't want to have my castle in like the shittiest, coldest, most inhospitable bit. So I'd be like, so this perpetual, always winter, never Christmas coldness.
Well, it's always cold here, to an extent. I mean, the storm. Sometimes it's just clouds. Sometimes it's, a bit nicer. I don't know if it reflects his mood because I have not seen him myself. But the Queen says sometimes when he's maybe a bit frustrated or something, that forms.
Oh, wow. But it was cold before he was the Archfey here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all I really want to know. Thank you. I hopefully won't need your assistance escaping, but if we do, it probably would be from the Convoker's hold.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be around. It might take me some time to get to you, depending on where you are.
Well, that's fine. We've told our friends, these strange ladies we promised to help, to get to the Gloaming Marina. So, we also told them to, if they got there, to try to find you, so they could, live out of not being scaredness.
That's fair.
Mm.
Well, good luck. Yep, good luck. And she turns around and walks back into the tunnel, and you see it like she, when you can obviously whistle when you're blowing air out and in. She like whistles inwards, and the tunnel forms back, and it's just like a bit of ice and rubble in the snow that's very quickly covered over by the snow moving around.
Just gonna say I haven't missed the wind.
Yeah, it's very cold here. You're pretty high. You're higher up than you've been here.
It's freaking windy.
Is there are we in town or are we outside of town?
Oh no, so you're where Porridge is right now. So you're sort of in. There's a few trees around you. There's some crystals about. But you can when you look up, you can see the massive castle ahead of you, and behind you, you can see some of the poking out bits of the fortifications around the Convoker's Hold.
Just for clarity, with Summoner's Crown, is it just a castle, or is it like a real castle in medieval times, where it's basically like its own city in a way?
It's a pretty big castle, so I mean, if Malik
is there outskirts with merchants and stuff?
No, I mean, if Malik wanted it, it's big enough to be its own like mini town if it wanted to be, just from the size of the castle. But no, it's just basically one big building.
Okay.
With stuff in it.
You mentioned that there were crystals dotted about.
There are.
Are they just like lying around on the floor? Can we?
No, they're big crystals. They're the big crystals.
The types of crystals that just get produced here.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and break another bit off just to sell this thing.
Okay, can you make me a sleight of hand check?
Yes.
Do you want me to punch this crystal and shatter it to a million pieces?
It didn't work out super well for you last time, though, did it? Didn't you get a bad bit of crystal?
Got a dead bit of crystal.
I mean, pulls out the dead chunks of crystal. I don't know. I mean, it seems fine.
I tell you, let me see how I can do it. And if I can't, because you are, you would be infinitely better at punching rocks than I would. Then yes, but let me have a go. So he's going to go and he's going to guidance himself.
And then
10.
10. Yeah.
Punch it.
You want me to
I'll
punch
hold it back for you, Side, and I'll hold its arms back.
Sonic punch, bang!
Wow.
And it's force damage. 16.
A 16, I will say hits.
Almost
13.
13
Yeah, so
force damage.
you crack this crystal, not to the point where it's like dust, but it's in tiny chunks.
Okay. So, would it be possible to get it like some of the dustier bits? That sounds crazy. I would actually think diamond dust would be really handy to have. Actually,
they're not diamonds, and with the wind, no, because pretty much as soon as it's broken, all the smaller bits fly off.
Eyes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just pocket them and then
to
take back the pimp with us, and then maybe sell there.
Because it was just broken rather than done nicely.
Yeah.
It's not valuable, but there's like nothing that interesting.
Not loads we can do with it. That's fine.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm going to do just before, when we're like within just out of proper distinguishable eye shot of the Summoner's Crown, I'm going to take a moment, summon Dolores, who is my Phantom Steed.
Oh yeah.
Specifically for Maeve, but I will try to I can choose. Because it says a large quasi-real horse-like creature appears, and especially your choice, you decide the creature's appearance. I'm going to make it look incredibly regal and court of shadesy as possible.
Well,
I mean, it's already a spectral horse, so you're halfway there.
My original plan was to go in, straight up ask him if he has any
so you can
information.
arrive with pomp and circumstance.
Yeah,
you don't have to be with us, is what I mean.
No, I mean, I'm going to go in and ask him if he has information on Chrisette, and then depending on his answer, I will then say, well, I'm actually Gethin's daughter. I don't want it to be glaringly obvious, because otherwise he'll just put on a show. I want to see how he treats me if he doesn't know who I am.
Okay. The reason I wanted to give you the horse was so you had a quick way to get there and a little bit magic, you know what I mean? It's up to you whether or not you use it.
You could just make it look like Maeve's actual horse.
Oh yeah, you thought you had a real horse. Yeah, but this one's cooler because it's got flames down the side of it. Not actual flames, just painted on flames.
It's like a hot rod.
Racing
hot rod. It goes faster. Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It doesn't scream subtle. That's the only thing. Doesn't seem.
Lightning McQueen as a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So he would do you a. James is in a silly mood. Archon probably isn't. He's probably actually a little bit. My brain isn't working for words today. I've got really bad aphasia. He's probably quite. Not sullen isn't the word. Reserved, quiet. Not nervous. It's not nerves. He's definitely. You can see that he definitely wants to make sure that everything goes as right for you as he can make it. So if he starts drawing in, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to be Gethin's daughter. I don't want to be perceived as Gethin's daughter. It's like, okay. Just scrub out the skull bit.
Uses the rubber.
Yeah, he uses the rubber. It's like, okay, so we'll have. Well, your horse did have a name, didn't it? I can't remember what its name was.
Nareen.
I tried to get it as close to how he can remember as Nareen, but make some of it a slightly more spectral to give it a just that elevated Fey-ish influence. You know what I mean?
Ooh, pickles.
What?
I was just doing it so I could be the token for when Maeve's moving.
Yeah.
Cool.
And good luck.
Thank you.
So, what I will ask, is there any spells being cast on Maeve? And also, Nick's coming with Maeve, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. The horse can carry too.
Yeah. Is there any spells being cast on either of them before they go?
She has
even
made guidance.
Yeah, I thought we did say that there was spell. We were going to limit the spells just in case you could see through.
That's true. I do know that Crew wants to Deathward, but he's not here, so I can't. I'm not
I also said I rather asked for enhance ability because I think that is a very good spell to not scare people. You know what I mean?
Nyx might have it.
Well, Cass would because it's a preparation spellcaster.
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
No, but I mean, Nyx is also a spellcaster. She's
Yeah.
got
Oh, of course,
flare
yeah.
rolls. I will say you could have spoken to her about it, so I'll just change.
We definitely did
spells.
speak about it last time. The only other... Oh, I'm not having that. The only other thing before she goes, I'll say, Maeve, do you want me to divine? Do you want me to cast divination to see if this is going to... If there's anything that the gods and whatnot can say? Karos kind of...
Well, you could save yourself a spell slot because I did pick this magical item up from the shadowy place.
It's a ritual, but okay. It's a ritual. Oh, I have borrowed knowledge. If you want to... Oh, it's self,
I
isn't
have
it?
that,
I looked
don't
at that. Yeah, it's self. I can't do that. So I was just looking at my spells. I've always
going
got
to
one
cast
showing.
divination. Should we have not done that before we've already got a plan in motion and started off the
No,
journey?
because it's
outside?
only... You know, we're going to follow through the plan anyway, but, you know...
Wait, why do I not have that item? What's it called?
The Dark Effigy, I believe I call it.
Something effigy.
Yeah, I know Dark is the first word, because I changed the name, or the last bit of it, because Dark...
Oh, yeah.
I was originally called it the Dark Eidolon, then I realised, wait, it's next to Eidolon's Reach, I shouldn't do that, so I changed it to Effigy.
So, yeah. If I'm just thinking if we're gonna follow through the plan anyway, there's no point in waiting 10 minutes to cast divination as a ritual.
Okay.
I'm just,
No, that's why I asked. That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm looking... Cause for some reason, I haven't picked all of my spells, and I'm desperately trying to figure out why I've got a spell like free, and I'm trying to figure out the best one to prepare, and obviously I always have my rituals.
just put a,
So I'm
just
just
put a
looking at those
damage. Just put a damage spell on there.
Oh, what do I need that for? I have Fireball.
Big B 10.
I have that as well.
And then something else that's damage.
Okay.
Like-
What I'm gonna ask is, is Maeve gonna use the effigy to try and get
I'm
anything?
trying to think of a question that makes sense.
Okay. While you're thinking,
It's
how
not yes
far?
or no, is it?
I can't remember. No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
If it's divination, the spell.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's
Similar
like,
word in there, isn't it?
I think I stole it from a wording of some spell, but I can't remember which. Ask a question related to an event to occur within the next 7 days. Roll a d6. Yeah, it will give an answer that isn't just yes or no. The other thing I need to ask is how far away are the rest of you going to be?
I think I would suggest we follow, but like on foot. Like we arrive when we arrive, and they're going on horseback, so they'll be there like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour before us, and then we arrive.
How long would it take us to walk up the hill?
So for the horse, so for Maeve and Nyx, it'll be probably about 10 minutes because it's windy and obviously it's a horse. For you guys, if you're walking, I would say I'll call it like 35 minutes. So 20 minutes in between.
How close are we to the Convoker's Hold? Just out of curiosity.
Well, where you guys... I'll say you guys are about here now. Because you were walking a bit. I'll say you're probably about the same, 35 minutes.
35. So there's no way we can get a spy over the top.
Yeah, unless you were to
that.
sprint, yeah, it would be a thing.
Yeah.
I have haste.
For a minute, though.
I've actually prepared haste.
You can always send porridge.
I can also send porridge if you want.
So, just out of curiosity, in terms of feet, how far away is it?
Pete, I don't know.
I'm just thinking, with haste, that goes up to...
Is there? I don't know. I said 35 minutes. Jesus, Pete, I don't know.
That's fine.
If you give me a number, I can. If you tell me how fast you can go around with haste, I'll make an educated guess.
270 feet.
270 feet around. So,
And that would be using key points.
Why would you
Oh no,
do
it
this?
wouldn't be using key points because I'm new monk. Haha! Hell yeah!
Why do this?
I mean, if it's easy, we can just send porridge. That's fine. Just to spy over the overall.
Yeah, I'm not gonna figure it out. I was trying to do maths, but I can't.
That's fine. We can send porridge.
We all
just...
know how difficult that is.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, just we can send porridge and look over the amount of guards that are over there. That's fine.
But yeah. Maybe. Oh, Beth, have you come up with a question?
So my thought is, because I don't 100% understand how the item works, is this the kind of thing where you can find something out and then that means that you can change the outcome?
No.
So okay, how do I word this? So if I was to say, when will I next embarrass myself in the next 7 days, and then it told me, could I then avoid doing the thing that would embarrass me to change it?
Or would you have to then
Or is
shit
it set in
yourself in
stone?
public?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's the trouble with events that can happen in the future in a game.
I will.
My question was going to be.
Yeah, what was your question? Let me see if I can.
My question was going to be, what? It was something along the lines of like, what mistake will I make when talking to Malik?
I don't think it's something like that.
Overthinking?
There's no way that I or the thing would know that. It's more like.
So, like, what leverage can I gain over Malik within the next 7 days?
So it's like, if you were to be like, how's the best way to word this?
Very confusing item.
I took it from a spell that I can't remember what the spell was.
Probably
it's one of the divination, whatever it's called. It would be something like, if you were to ask a question to the effect of like, if I was to ask Malik about Krissa or Mara or whatever, would he give me, a truthful answer? Something that I can, like, me the DM can actually somewhat.
So it'd be like, if I go to see Malik, will there be anyone else I need to impress in the room with him, kind of thing?
Yeah, something that I can actually give an answer for. Because if it's something that I have no idea, I can't help you. Because that means it's just me making something up that may or may not happen.
So it could be like, is Malik able to give me the answer that I want in regards to Mara or Krissa?
Yeah,
which is really a question we should have asked him before we came up with this fucking plan.
Does Malik have information that I want about this, or like something to that effect? I'm just looking.
But that isn't necessarily within the next 7 days.
Oh, okay. Well, then, in the next 7 days, if I ask Malik this, does he have the information I want?
Well, yeah, but that is within the next 7 days, because he, like, whether or not he has the information, you're going to see him today, so it will affect the outcome in the next 7 days.
It's just very good. I will ask that then, but it's very confusing.
I mean, I'm just looking like this because it was a spell divination, and it's like you ask one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. It's pretty much the same wording. I've just skewed it slightly.
And divination is such a weird spell for a game about randomness.
Yeah.
The whole point is that you can't really control the outcome within 7 days, especially with a team of chucklefucks that you don't know what they're gonna do next.
Yeah. Okay. So you ask.
Sorry, with that wording, it's relating to an event. So rather than asking it, does he have the knowledge? Could I ask him? Will Malik lie to me when I ask him about my sister?
Yeah. I love that.
That works.
So I have to roll a
Yes, you have to roll a d6. 6, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So the other thing about this, because obviously, I don't know if all of you looked at the item. It's a roll to see how truthful the reply is from the item.
Yeah.
So the question was, will Malik be truthful? What was it specifically?
Will Malik lie to me when I ask him about my sister?
The reply you get is... okay, yeah, I was going to do it in a shadowy voice as it written there, but I'm not going to. I can't be bothered.
Pretend it's a shadowy voice.
Yeah, in a shadowy voice that isn't mine.
Will you fix it in post?
Yeah, no. You get something to the effect of, if you go in as your true self, he will have no option but to tell you the truth. If you are deceitful, he will be as well.
Is it right? Here's a question: is it deceitful to not immediately introduce yourself as somebody's daughter?
That is up to you.
Well, it depends.
The way I heard that,
there is a difference between lying and omitting information.
Yeah.
lie of omission is still a lie. But also,
But it's not a lie if you if she's
Yeah.
asked who are you, Maeve Nightshade is her name.
But
But if I go in and I go, hello, I am Maeve, I am the daughter of Gethin, it's going to make no difference than if I go in and say, hello, I'm Maeve, I'm looking for Chrissa, who was last seen here 25 years ago. And then if he says, well, why should I tell you that information? And then I said, because I am the daughter of Gethin, then that's not me lying, that's just me giving him the information bit by bit. That's not deceitful,
perfectly fine.
right?
That's perfectly fine. The way I heard that was... if you went in and just didn't say you were Geffin's daughter in any sense of the word, then he would have lied to you. It's you have to be upfront with him from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that, and as you do ask the question, the eyes of the effigy do glow that sort of familiar purple as it's speaking, and then sort of dims back down as the question is complete. So you guys, so Maeve and Nyx get on the horse and begin.
Whose horse is that?
Begin to trot up towards the gate of the Summoner's Crown. So as they are going, are you guys just loosely following?
I would say that we are following, but we are letting them naturally get away from us.
Okay.
I would recommend we don't make any effort to hide. We're not we're not being deceitful, with this view about being deceitful. We're not hiding our presence. We are allowing. Maeve said she wants to go in by herself. We are going. We are following. We are. What's the word? We are not granting her wish. We are basically listening to her when she says she wants to do something herself. We are not gonna, get in her way.
Cool. So you guys sort of slowly, start to walk behind her. Well, not slowly, at your normal paces as the horse trots up. And for Maeve and Nyx, after about 10 or so minutes, we'll call it 12 to be specific. Actually, let me describe the castle before I start going into more detail. So the castle of Summoner's Crown appears to be built of this sort of grey-white marble with veins of turquoise and gold throughout its surface. It's intertwined with roots of these sort of twisted and formed trees. And above a large door in the center, which is like the gateway inside, is sort of a number of red gems. And on the outside, it looks pristine, but as you're walking up, you can see at closer inspection that there are cracks in the walls and sort of chipped bark on the trees. It's clearly, from further away, meant to look, I'll use the word magnificent, but at closer inspection, there is definitely some, maybe not something wrong with it, but it's clearly not as perfect as it wants to be. And at the gate, sort of in front of the gate, there are two frost giants. Just sort of stand, or one of them sitting, one of them standing by the door, just like guarding it.
Do they look like they're... I assume that if we... I assume there's somewhere to, like, tie up a horse.
Yeah, I mean, that will say, there's a convenient post, like, 15 feet away from the door to tie up animals.
So I will get off the horse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll say, but just before you are, close enough for the giant to see, Nyx will cast Enhance Ability on you for Charisma.
And then while she is it called hitching when you tie a horse? So as she's like hitching the horse to the post, I'm going to make an active insight check on both of the guys, just to see if I can...
Nyx will give you advantage on this.
It's not good.
15 is better.
better.
What are you trying to get from them?
If they take their job seriously, or if they're bored out of their minds.
One of them looks bored out of their minds, mostly asleep.
Yeah.
The other one is sort of maybe like slightly... It's hard to tell with giants because they live for a long time, and they're all very large. One of them appears to be slightly younger and looks to be maybe a newer recruit, so is taking his job more seriously.
Ooh. Knowing that, I will head over and attempt to get in.
What do you say?
Get in!
Well, I assume if she approaches, they would say something to her.
Yeah, so one guy, the guy sitting down, is like, sitting on a rock, sort of...
What's your business here?
head, sort of in his hands, just like, clearly, he's not snoring, but he's clearly not paying attention. The other guy's like, what's your business?
She was... I don't want to come across as like a sarcastic thing, but when someone says halt and you just immediately stand still with a little sort of smile. Apologies, I thought people were free to come and speak to Malik.
Well, they are. We just need to, know you're not going to go in and try and do anything nefarious.
Oh, no. Gods, no. Holds her hands up.
Name and what's your business? I don't listen. He looks at like a what's the word? A checkbook to like figure out what he's meant to say.
Yeah.
Takes a breath. What's your business? Just loosely. Don't need to know everything. Just you know.
Of course. Well, my name is Maeve, and this is Nyx.
Nyx a wave.
We're here to speak to Malik. I'm hoping that he has some information. It would just be an audience with him, if possible.
Can you? I will say, you're not lying or anything. So I'll say no check necessary. It's, two people walking in. This giant's like, yeah. I will say, as you're talking to him, even just in that brief bit of time, you do hear this, like, crashing boom from the inside of the gate. And then, like, what sounds like a frustrated exhale, which sort of, at the boom, Nyx jumps slightly, and the guard, like, turns around, the guard's just sleeping, he's like, huh? And then goes back to sleep. And then sort of the giant who looked back to, look towards the boom, then comes back around. Yeah. Go ahead, and he sort of looks and opens the door. And I will just change the map. Where is it? This one.
It's not loaded. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so you're at the top of this map by the door.
Jesus Christ.
bit gaudy in it.
Yeah.
Whereas no, there. So I can find the thing. So yeah, you walk in, and within the interior of this like courtyard section, there is some like pools of like very still water, with these 3 pathways that lead to this center area with a tree that is like looks to be dead or just has no leaves on it because it is cold. There is some smoke, some like is smoke the right word? Like rubble smoke? I don't know if that's the right word. Sort of
Dust?
that's dust. Yeah, it's probably a better word. That's sort of moving up from this area here. It looks like this statue that's been knocked down is what made the loud boom. And as you walk in, Malik turns around, and he clearly has this sort of, as he's turning, this sort of angry or frustrated expression on his face. And then as he's like, "Oh, guess I don't know," he straightens up a little bit.
I'm imagining that Maeve is doing that pose where her like fingers are interlocked and like down in front of her, you know, like the innocent sort of like patient. I'm trying to think of the word for it, but she's just like standing, looking very patiently. And...
He sees you waiting, gives like a slight nod of arrival.
You may
maybe.
approach.
And then he does like walk a few steps forward and gestures for you to step a bit forward. And he is very tall. Like we'll make this obviously this token is bigger already, but I'll just make it bigger so you can properly see it. Here you go.
Damn, that's the guy right there.
And
It's a shame he's a dick.
he's probably about
That's not the guy. That's the man.
he's probably about 12 feet tall, very wide.
I'll just get in.
God, I don't know.
Probably about the same, right?
I will
Not
say
wide.
Gethin is maybe slightly taller, but yeah, definitely not as wide. This guy's got like
Gavin doesn't have the broad shoulders like this guy.
Gethin is Jack Skellington. This guy is I don't know, the Hulk.
I was gonna say the Rock, but
No, the Hulk is probably more accurate. Wow. He's not the Hulk, but here's the thing. But yeah, he sort of looks at. Oh, I've moved next to the cat as well. He looks to you. Sorry, that was weird. And gives like a very clearly practiced smile and says, "What can I do for you?"
She will do her best practiced curtsy that she learnt from years of going to balls with very important people that she didn't give a shit about. Lifting the top of the skirt and like a proper curtsy. And she'll be like, oh god, what would she call him? Because Gethin is the Emperor. Do we know what his title is?
His title is The Magnificent.
self-proclaimed, like Silence is a self-proclaimed Woodrow warrior.
You wouldn't say Your Highness, but it's like your. There's a word.
Lordship.
Excellent. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Excellency, you're magnificent.
I don't know if she'd call him Malik, because that's like his name. That's what everyone calls him. So it would be like, hello, Malik, Your Excellency. It's a pleasure to meet you. I was told to come here. Shh, not now. Every time. I was told to come here to ask you for information regarding a missing person. My name is Maeve. Sorry, Maeve Nightshade. And this is Nix.
Yeah, Nix. I'm Nix. Just Nix. And he sort of looks the two of you like over once or twice, and they just like reading you slightly, and says, "Well, Maeve, Nightshade, I can certainly try and help you, but I must ask, you said you were told to come here. Who asked you?"
Well, I came to the Court of Creation specifically looking for somebody, and everybody that I spoke to told me that, of how magnificent you are, mind the pun, and how you would probably be the one to come to in a time of need for information. She's laid it out very
Yeah,
quick.
he says, "Well, I am certainly magnificent, and that's not a pun, don't worry. And I'm glad that the people have told you that I can be helpful in your endeavors. What endeavors might those be, Maeve Nightshade?"
Should not have given him my name. I'm here looking for a woman by the name of Chrissa. I believe she came here around 25 years ago, and I was told this was the last place that she visited before she wasn't seen again. So I was wondering if you had any recollection of it.
Well, I can certainly...
Can I make an insight? I'm going to use my fucking borrowed knowledge for this, because I really don't want to fuck it up. I want to, as soon as I said Chrissa, I would have actively incited him then to see if there was like a look on his face. Where is borrowed knowledge? Why can I not find it?
I mean, your spells are the same.
There it is.
Yeah.
It gives
Nyx will give you advantage on this because she's also looking.
Through Yumi, who I'm like earwigging in through, I'm also give her guidance.
Am I gonna allow that? Yeah, okay.
And also, because I'm at this point like just like stumbling along blindly behind everyone, I'll also like to try and insight. That's okay.
I will say you can't, James.
Because even though I can share senses with Yumi.
Yeah, because I would say you can either give Maeve the guidance because you're focusing on casting the spell, or try an insight, just because it's really difficult to get, you know. I imagine that it's a bit of static there, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's fine.
What's the borrowed knowledge thing? Because it gives you...
You get proficiency, so you add plus, I think it's +4 at this level.
1d4. Oh no, just a flat.
It's not just a 4.
+4.
So
Yeah,
you can roll insight with advantage plus
16.
I didn't see the roll.
I did it on the advantage roll thing, but it'll be in the...
Oh.
Yeah, it's 15 and then a D4.
And then a D4 on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, 12 plus D4. Because I rolled a 12.
No, so you roll the 12, but you get a +4 from borrowed knowledge.
Yeah.
Which makes it 16. And
yeah.
Archon gave you guidance, which is a D4.
Oh, okay. Come on. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, 18. So I'll actually make a check for him.
I imagine borrowed knowledge is just like she's inciting, but those shadows that are constantly around her are like whispering and like saying like shh, and like whispering what they see.
Fucking hell,
He,
+12.
yeah, he, as you mentioned, Chrissa, and he's listening to you and going to give his answer. Definitely the name Chrissa. He smirks slightly, not in a way to give that he's going to hide something, but almost smirking as he can tell that sort of the customs of the Fae and are not giving away more than you should, if that makes sense. Like he game recognizes game.
Yeah.
And he says, Well, I can certainly look through my memory to find the name Krista, but I do have to ask. You said you came here looking for her specifically. I assume you didn't just hear the name as you were adventuring. I assume you have a reason to be here.
Yes. Complete straight face, because she's being completely honest. I feel like when she curtsied, her head would be slightly bowed while she was talking to him. She's not trying to intimidate when she does this, it's just the confidence. She would lift her head up to look straight and be like, she is my sister.
On which side, might I ask?
On my father's side.
You see his eyebrow raises as you say that. He's like, well, that is, interesting. And he's sort of rubbing his chin as he's saying that. Well, daughter of the Court of Shades, I do know of Krissa. He sort of turns just to the side and thinks for a minute before turning back to look at you. And obviously he's got these very sort of strange turquoisey eyes. They don't have any. He hasn't got any pupils visible. So when he looks over towards you, it's just his entire eye is looking at you. If that makes sense, it's very strange.
Really quickly, I think I just incited you, but I don't know if you meant it. So you said, so he said, I do know. Did he say I do know Krissa? Or I do? What was the wording he said?
I don't remember.
Because he said it in a present tense, she's still alive. Because if he'd have said knew, then it would have meant he
said I do know of Krissa.
Yeah, he said I do know of Krissa.
If it was past tense, I did know of Krissa, then I would have been God. But the fact that he said that has given me hope, and I don't know if that was intentional. But carry on, sorry.
Yeah. But he says he came to me not too long ago, but for me. But you're right, 25 years ago, approximately. Asking about Mara. I assume if you are her kin, then you know that name.
Well, it's actually a lot more in depth, as Mara is also a relation of mine.
Well, that is that's interesting. Well,
I only found this out very recently, I might add, but I thought I might as well be honest, considering we're both being honest. Gives him a look right?
Well, Krissa invoked her father's name, and so of course I warned her of the dangers of going into the Invoker's Hall to see Mara, but she wanted to anyway, so I let her down there, and I have not seen her since, I'm sorry to say.
I see. And Mara is, if my memory serves, Mara is under your protection. Is that correct? By order of...
In a sense, yes. She was brought here she was brought to my house a very long time ago, Gethin and Vodor, her husband, wanted me to keep her. Her husband didn't want her to be killed, so they had me put her in the hold so she couldn't harm anyone else. So in a way, she's under my protection, more under my watch.
I should ask then, if you say she is under your watch, how often do you check on her?
I myself don't go down there, but I'm able to. When she was put down there, I, of course, made sure that she was secure, and made it so if she were to leave, or move in any way, I would know about it. So I know she is still down there.
But you don't know if Krissa is down there?
No, I did not. It felt strange to put a mark on her when I had no reason to.
But you told her it was dangerous, and yet
I did tell her it was dangerous.
That didn't feel like reason enough to protect her?
It wouldn't have protected her, it just would have let me know if she went in or out of it.
That would have been helpful. What is wrong with Mara?
Well, I am not an expert of that field, but it was described to me as a cold-based curse that had infected her and made her aggressive to people around her. I merely have the house. I don't know too much about it.
Did you ever, or do you and the Emperor speak often, or?
Not particularly. He's pretty reclusive, as I'm sure you know.
Did you not think to tell him the details of what had happened to Krissa?
I had told him the details of what happened. I don't know specifically what happened. I told him what I knew, which was what I've told you.
And where specifically in the hold is Mara? And would you permit me to go?
I could take you there, and it's not a... Well, the hold is not strange. It's a series of interconnecting portals. It's not... she's not in a specific spot underneath us. She is held within her own pocket plane area that I have access to through the hold.
Did you take Krissa down there, or did you let her go on her own?
I took her to the hold and opened it, and let her go through. I did not go any further than that. He sort of holds his tongue. I had other things to attend to as the Archfey.
So, sorry, if I'm understanding this correctly, you have the ability to open the hold.
I do.
You had the ability to open the place where Mara was kept.
I do.
Did Krissa have the ability to open it?
Once you're inside, I made sure she knew the way to get out. Once you're inside, it is easier to get out than to get in. If you are permitted to go within and out. Believe me, she knew the way to get out.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
I'll probably fuck it up again. How long does borrowed knowledge last, or is it just one check?
It's like an hour.
I think it's an hour. I don't know.
Should say on the spell.
It's at least 10 minutes though. Like
Yeah.
It's an hour, yeah.
yeah.
11.
So it's 15.
Talisman.
Mhm.
It's a D4.
Mhm.
Yes.
19. He does not
Good.
appear to be lying. He's made no indication that he is.
Well, the biting his tongue thing was weird.
Mm-hmm. I'll say with that insight, I will tell you what that was. It was him not... He's clearly been, with those insight checks, he's been telling the truth the whole time. However, him biting his tongue was him perhaps saying something that would have come across as rude.
Like he had more important things to do.
Yeah. Hit the nail on the head with that.
Yeah. What was, if you don't mind my asking, what was so important that you left the daughter of an Archfey in a dangerous place?
He takes a breath and says,
Games to watch.
I was going to watch the
What he was
football.
on.
Yeah. He says,
What final?
goes, well, it was a while ago, and I don't think that's any of your concern.
I think it is my concern when it involves family.
That did not involve your family. It was me. I warned her. I told her that I would not be able to stay there. She accepted those terms, and I left.
That was advocate. That's kind of a reasonable.
I don't know what to say.
If you would like, I can take the two of you. I guess the three of you, if you count the cat. I can take you down to the hold. I can let you in. And, well, I've warned you enough, I guess.
Or do you have some business to attend to that means you will leave me there?
Well, it's been a pretty frustrating few days, so I might be able to spare a moment, but I am a busy person.
I didn't trust him as far as I could throw him, which is not very far because he's huge.
If you need some time to discuss, I'm sure your friends who are coming up now might want to talk about it as well.
That's... I don't like that. That's sneaky as fuck.
Called it.
Do I have to get his permission to go in?
No?
We do have options to sneak in. That was our plan D.
No, Planet S.
Plan sneak.
Oh, plan sneak.
I really want to say something, but I don't want him to. I mean, he wouldn't do anything to Maeve anyway. I don't think actively. I don't think he'd actively do anything to harm Maeve. And there's like on the tip of my tongue, there's like, oh, the more important things, trapping Damien in a vial and fucking what's the
Torai.
Torai in a cave.
Do it. Say it. See what happens.
Yeah, but we've talked about rash decisions and none of you are here to stop me, and I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Be a hypocrite, it's fun.
No, because then you'll just get...
Lionel's not there to be smug about it. He doesn't know.
He will know is what she's thinking.
Nah! Don't have to tell him.
Malik.
All about his bullshit.
Malik takes a breath and says, "Is there anything else you need?" I am more than happy to take you and your allies down if you need to. Cleovis did say that you all needed to speak to me. So...
That's how we know.
And he seems to have trusted you enough to tell me this without any warnings of impending doom. He does like a hand gesture. Impending doom with his hands to the side.
Impending doom. You know what? Weirdly, you know what kind of vibe I get from it in a very weird way. I get this Emperor Cusco vibe from him, but like before he becomes a good guy.
Hey, Cass is here.
Cass is hyper.
What happened?
I fell asleep.
Yeah,
I thought so.
I guess. Well, don't worry. You're currently Cass is currently in the scene. Maeve and Nix are talking to Malik, but yeah. But yeah, he. Malik continues, and just like sort of, impending doom, and then shrugs his shoulders as to say, if you want me, I'm here, but if not, then I have work to do. I don't know how you get that from a shrug, but somehow.
If Crovis told him that we were all coming to talk to him, then Crovis probably told him about Damien anyway.
He doesn't know.
Crovis knows.
Wait, he does, yeah.
I mean, Crovis did send the message before everything was revealed. He sent the message.
Okay.
He said, like, you guys saw him writing that message to send, and he would have presumably sent it.
Oh my god, yeah! Wait, hold on, I just remembered.
Yeah.
I totally forgot we asked him to do that!
Yeah. The deal was if he held the coin, he would send a message, and just before he went fully crazy, he sent a message.
Yep. I remember you saying that you actually managed to send the message, yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Me neither.
Guys, you've been like completely out of it since we started walking from the ice caves to here. Like, what have you been thinking about?
No, she's had some ice shrooms. Put that in the curry.
The cold.
I think it will freeze my curry completely.
Oh yeah, so I should mention, before you left, Pro, the Ice Queen gave you all resistance to cold damage for 24 hours, so you do have that for 24 hours.
So now you can have all the curry popsicles you want.
Yeah, you can have iced curry. But yeah,
The legendary recipe. I'm ready for that.
but yeah, Malik sort of... Malik sort of begins to... sort of slowly begins to like turn around and to start to go back to his business. He's not like kicking you out, but he's He has other things to do.
Got nothing to talk about now.
Can we say that these guys get here by now?
It probably. I mean, there isn't anything else you want to say.
I don't know what to say to him because I'm just getting annoyed with him. And I'm going to end up saying something that I regret.
Okay.
Say it.
So, I mean,
Your hair look weird.
That probably was about 20 minutes. In time. So, yeah, we'll say for the rest of you. Also, Cass has cast enhance ability. I did mark off the spell slot, but that's the only thing she's done.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll say the rest of you not begin. You sort of walk up that last bit of the hill. You see the two frost giants, they're guarding the door. Obviously, Archon, you know, Maeve and Nyx are still inside talking to Malik. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I coming inside already talking to Sidon. How you properly pray to Celesta to his complete uninterest.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Pete, what were you going to say?
Are the guards stopping us from entering?
One of them is still mostly asleep. The other one says, "Halt! State your business."
I'm going to see the big man.
Squints his eyes. And why? There's a lot of you. I need to know why.
Buying games. I don't know. There's posters around.
The competition sort of thing.
Okay. Sort of checks his ledger. What are your names?
Sidon.
Castell.
Lab.
Slab.
Archeron.
Drac. Okay. Cassian.
There's an awful echo in here.
He writes all your names down. You see, he struggles on. All your names are pretty simple. Archeron, maybe.
There's no R in it. Oh, there is an R, but not. There's
not
an
what
R
you
in it,
think.
but it's not where you think.
It's not.
No.
It's not AR. It's just ACH.
So it should be pronounced Acheron.
Acheron, but I don't. It's Acheron. No. I put Archeron.
Bless you.
Now, what's your name? Sorry.
We need to get his name. He's just the help.
Well, it's
I thought
politeness.
it was polite to give your own name when asking others.
Yes.
I'm the guard here, Castell. My name's Freikel.
Freikel.
Yeah.
Or Freckle.
That's a lovely name.
Thank you. I didn't name myself.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Your was it given to you by your parents, or?
Yes.
Oh, it's a beautiful name. Is it familial name or what?
No, it's Freikel.
No, I mean,
Are we
was it a
alright
name
to
from
go
your
in?
family?
Yes. See, he opens the door.
I'm not
Hi,
talking to the
Freikel.
help.
Hi, Archeron.
Thank you. Well, that was painless, relative. Oh, bloody hell! This,
So you walk in and see the scene in front of you.
Up.
was it like this before you arrived, Maeve? Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
It's
Wait,
it
Audra,
definitely
wait.
is.
No,
Wait,
Simon, you can't punch the big mermaid.
No. Oh, you just name dropping Maeve? I thought the plan was that we didn't.
He knows.
Yes, I was been listening to the conversation. That's why I've been quiet. I was listening in through Yumi.
Ah. You could have let us know before I entered the.
I couldn't. I was listening in. So. Anyway.
Malik
As you-
here has offered to take us to the hold, which is where my sister was last seen as she went in to speak to Mara. However, when she was allowed in, Malik had important business to attend to, and so that's why he didn't go back for her.
Was he watching his games?
Apparently the information is none of my business, so...
Malik, if I may, I overheard, through fair means or foul, that there are charms or some kind of protection that if Mara were to move or leave the Convoker's hold, you'd know.
Yes,
are those still in place?
Well, yes.
Okay. And do you know where she is within the hold?
Yes, I know where she is within the hold.
And would you be able to wait for us so we would be able to leave the hold conveniently?
He's a very busy man, Archron.
Well, this is why I thought I'd ask. You see, if it's more convenient for us to come back at a later date, I would hate to for what perhaps was a single mistake to become convention.
Can you make me a persuasion check with advantage?
Probably not.
17.
Oh, okay.
He thinks and says, I can probably spare 10 minutes.
I thought he was going to say, well, I can Tivo Samurai Jack later.
So, I just want to be sure, though, before obviously your time is so valuable, I wouldn't want to hold you back. But say, for example, the conversation were to drag on for 11 minutes or perhaps even 15, would we be able to exit the hold?
You can still exit the hold if I'm not there.
Okay. But what if you know, I don't know, you know, as I said, I'd hate for it to become a convention. What if you were to be, you know, so urgently called away, you presumably wouldn't. Well, you know, we've not been quiet about our objectives. People know we've come here. We wouldn't, you know, wish for it to become rumour that your guests were getting lost in your halls. Is there any way we could ensure our egress if we so desired it?
When you are in the room with Mara and Krissa, there should be a sigil.
Whoa.
What?
I don't think you mentioned that.
You just said and Kara, yes.
I said and Krissa.
Krissa, yes.
I assume they're still in the same room.
25 years.
You never checked.
Yeah, I was about to say, like 25 years, big man.
So you knew that Gethin's daughter was missing in a room that you had access to with a creature that you have full control of, I assume.
I don't have full control of her.
But you'd never bothered to check if Krissa was in there.
Shrugs.
Oh, this piece of shit!
Hey,
Do you know when you see women out walking and they've got like big Dobermans with them and they have scary dog privilege? Sidon is the scary dog privilege, and if he fucking carries on, I'm gonna sick Sidon on him. I'm gonna let Sidon talk to him about the art of fucking whatever. Oh!
It's basically gonna be that clip from Thor Ragnarok. With the Hulk.
Yeah, I did just ask, do you want me to go run up and punch him in the face?
No, because then you'll die. So let me get this straight, Malik. Just so
I'll stay here and punch him with fire.
Just so I'm not mistaking this. You just said that you assume that they are still in the same room. So you assume that Krissa is exactly where you left her, and in 25 years you have been too busy to go and bother to get her out or check if she's still alive. Even though you're under the assumption that she is still within that room.
He sort of...
Didn't quite think that through, did you, Malik?
I wonder how Gethin would feel about this.
I would be careful invoking the name of another Archfey in my court.
What, like Krissa did?
Invoking the name with aggressive intent, I mean.
No aggressive intent. I'm simply stating a fact. How would Gethin feel if he knew that you'd allowed his daughter to stay in a room that you fully assumed that she was in with something that could very easily kill her, or worse?
I assume she's in it, and I assume she's already dead.
Spell her.
Just not to play devil's advocate here, but I'm sure were someone to have asked, you would have checked.
If Gethin would have asked, or if someone wanted me to go, I would have checked.
I would like you to check.
I feel like since you're here, you want to check yourself.
But you are clearly, you are Malik the Magnificent. You are clearly more powerful than I am. You would clearly stand up better against Mara than I would. Why can you not go and check for us if you have 10 minutes to spare?
I could spare 10 minutes if you all go in.
It's very convenient, actually, isn't it?
I think he just wants to watch his games.
I think there's something going on here.
I don't know what you think is going on here. I was asked to put someone down there. She is down there. Someone else who knew the risks went down there, is probably dead. That's not on me. I warned her.
But you could have checked. You had the ability to check, and in 25 years, you have been too busy doing other things. To go and check.
Can I whisper to someone who's probably smart enough to answer this question?
The person you're next to.
I'm gonna whisper to Archfey. I'm going to just. I'm just going to ask: should we bring up the stealing of fire, or see if we can catch him out, or not?
I would. This is. I want to message. I'm assuming you're using your message ring, so we don't have to.
No, I keep forgetting I have that. So if I'm being perfectly honest, I did just walk up to you and just sort of go.
He probably heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whispers. Whisper from message is still like an audible whisper. Anyway.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would recommend we have that conversation with him away from his seat of power in the Convoker's Hold.
Fair enough. Goes back to standing in my spot.
I feel like I'm right in what I'm saying. He says he has 10 minutes to spare. Why can he not go into the room? If he's this all-powerful Archfey, why can he not go in and check?
Because he's a phony.
He's either willfully incompetent, an idiot, or hates Gethin and wants to use this as an oops, I didn't know she would die in there.
No, he just doesn't care. Why would he care?
I also think he's actually incredibly weak and just a manipulative bastard.
No, I just don't think he gives a shit. Why would he care? It's not his job.
Yeah, I'm with James on that one. He's just like, nah, don't give a shit.
No, yeah, no skin off my nose. These idiots want to go into the Convoker's Hold. Yeah.
But, yeah, I think he is. I think he's genuinely scared as well. Bit mix of don't give a shit, and probably scared to actually have a look. Because you're a bitch.
I assume that's out of character.
Nope.
Okay. If that's not that will change what I'll say. He sort of not people crack their neck by moving it to the side. He's sort of he's not doing that. He's stretching his neck by going a full 360.
Like an owl.
No, he's not. He's not twisting his head the whole way. He's moving his neck.
Sorry, I see what you mean. Sorry,
I can't think of the best way to describe it. I did it, but I don't know how you describe that. He doesn't turn his neck.
So not like an owl.
No, not like an owl. Like someone limbering up.
Yeah.
But no, he does that and sort of takes a few steps forward. His eyes are now sort of locked on Sidon, who said that. And he says, "Listen, I am not scared to go within my own walls, believe me. Honestly, it isn't much of my concern anymore, and since you are all here, and you want to go in, why would I want to rob you of that? Clearly you have your own agendas for being here. Clearly you want to do something. I'm not going to stop you."
If you're not scared, prove it.
No, I think you are scared, which is why you are trapping creatures, because you're scared that they're more powerful than you. Or am I wrong?
His eye twitches slightly.
Plus 12.
Can I active insight?
Yeah, I was about to say can I active insight as well, yeah.
I'll try, but I'm not going to do very well. I still have my...
Ooh, 22.
Oh.
Double 22.
Ooh!
Nice.
24.
So 24. Sidon's looking at the ground.
Wait, he rolled a 27. I'm going to
sees his
use my
specs jiggle.
talisman as well.
You don't know what he rolled for.
Yeah,
That is
I don't-
true, but...
Constitution saving throw to not 5.
Yes, 28!
28!
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what I was rolling for, because... I mean, I may as well. I may have beat it. I was rolling for an insight check for him to see how much you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. That's a
and-
plus 12 insight. Insight's wisdom!
I imagine when she
He's an
said
Archfey.
it, she was looking straight at him, and then after she said it and saw his eye twitch, she doesn't smile, but the corner of her lip on one side just curves up very slightly.
Mm-hmm. You see,
As if she knows she's hit a nerve.
he says, now, sort of, definitely in a more annoyed, frustrated tone, he says, "I have had word that someone let loose something I had held
The fart.
within a vault."
Don't look at us.
I think you know what you did. I think I know what you did, and
I didn't do anything.
True, they didn't.
And I will make a persuasion check because I'm telling the truth.
Mhm.
Can I give an assistance for that with it's true they didn't?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe have advantage. Yeah, 23. Okay. He says, "That is fine. You're all together, are you not? Or do you want to let that one, well, not take the fall for the rest of you, but
Look,
Take the
if you want to know, right? I've already openly admitted that was my doing and mine alone. So they can. I will happily take the fall for that. But I mean, you are still holding magical creatures that threaten your power. So
No. He is our village idiot.
Sad but
It seems, Malik, that wherever we go, we come across powerful friends, allies, all of whom you seem to be trying to restrain or control in some way. And we've only been here for a few days. Well, that's without even looking. We can be very, very good at finding things. if our attention is turned to it. Would it perhaps be unreasonable to assume there are more of these dissatisfied subjects of yours lurking behind closed doors? I'm sure you wouldn't want them rallying around a central flag to perhaps reveal some of the mistakes perhaps you've made.
You know, you're right. I certainly don't want them rallying to a cause, as you say, going against me, because, of course, I am the bad guy here.
Oh, that's such a... I'm the worst mother in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, he's a fucking narcissist.
Yeah,
His
they
name
all
is
are.
Malik the Magnificent, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So,
Viva la revolution!
so what
Yeah.
I think that this conversation is over, and, as you say, you're all pretty powerful. Let's see how you fare. And you all feel this... I don't know the best way to describe it. You feel this popping sound inside of your brains as... Yeah, thank you. As the breath is forcefully taken out from your lungs. You feel yourselves begin to collapse to the ground, either holding your heads or your chests, trying to feel any semblance of self in this moment of time. And then your bodies begin to sort of violently shake as you turn to look at those people around you, and you all vanish. And we'll take a break.
I hate this.
But yeah, so as you appear in this space, the area around you
Cassian's name. Sorry.
is very, very warm. And beneath you, sort of, you're standing on this platform, and beneath you on both sides is this pool of lava, and in front of you is this lava pool that flows into that area, around a circular green and gold platform. And I will not change the map, I will reveal
the map.
Whoa! Sick.
So you guys are at the very bottom of the
great.
map where Cassian and Nyx are. Very large map, I know.
In the cutscene bubble.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
If we can't
I
move
honestly
you still
thought
here.
it was going to be rather...
yeah, were you alive?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Can't see the map, but
Oh no.
It's sick. It's really,
really
cool,
cool.
man. This is very Kung Fu Panda 2, you know what I mean?
A little bit, I think.
The tower at the end of Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
My old enemy,
Yeah.
Stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I saw? I saw House of Hope mixed with Grimforge.
Yes.
That's probably was more accurate, actually. Yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
as you appear, well, I'm just saying. I'm trying to get a visual.
Whoa.
We have a visual.
Getting it
Just wait
for
the
Squeezers.
YouTube.
Yeah, wait for it in a few weeks. We'll get there eventually.
yeah, like the end of the section.
Yeah. But sort of, you can see this area around you, and I will ask in the immediate, what are you doing?
Archron
Where's
looks like
that
he's having a
prick?
panic attack.
Trying to get some. He's enraged. Malik! You son of a bitch!
I don't think he can hear you.
He can hear us. I guarantee it. I'm gonna deck him in the nose. I don't give a shit if he's an archfey.
No. Silent, there are two sides of the story, and he's the ass in both of them.
Well, also as well, if he could hear us, he would know that they'd be alive. So I don't think he can hear us.
I think the intention is to keep us alive.
I honestly don't think he cares.
I think he took exception to our words.
While we're speaking, I'm going to take my coat off because it's a winter coat.
Yeah,
I assume it's
you've gone from very cold to very, very warm.
I will be honest.
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy that it's gone warm because this short sleeve gear has just been very cold to walk around in.
You've been short sleeve this entire time?
We walk this way.
Yeah, you can walk.
Yeah.
You can walk around.
I'm just gonna walk, like, she's pissed.
Yeah, same. I'm following right behind.
Yeah, walk this way.
Oh yeah, so as you get to about, we'll say, like there, Maeve, if you don't move any further. If anyone else would like to move to about, anywhere sort of behind Maeve, you certainly can. Wu, would you like me to move you towards Maeve?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna refresh, just see if it's stopped working again. If I cut out, that's why, but wish me luck.
Good luck. Is Archon moving at all, James?
Archon, as you kind of described it, we had this breathless sensation, and then we were just dumped here. He will be following, but he's he's hyperventilating a little bit, very, very nervous, eyes darting back and forth, very clearly, severely unhappy.
That's fair.
One sec.
Or food.
Cool. So yeah, shit, hold on.
This is a question I don't know.
Wait, hang on a minute. This map is massive, and the first thing we did is get rid of the bottom half of it.
Yeah, I know.
I do have a question
for everyone later
for James and I guess Astra as well. Is Porridge with us? Because I wasn't sure if you actually did send Porridge to the Convoker's hold.
Oh, that's true, actually. Did you do that?
I automatically brought his token in. So in Flavor, I don't think Archon has ever purposefully dismissed Porridge unless he's been in active danger.
I mean, because we were talking about maybe sending him to the hold while you guys...
Oh, shit, sorry. I think we said fly over it, but I would have assumed that he can travel pretty quick, so,
so
I would have...
I will say, he would have got a bird's eye view. Say that again? Yes, he would have teleported the cat as well. He would have teleported everyone that was in that area. But yeah, you could... Porridge would have got a bird's eye view. It was how do I describe it quickly? A circular sort of stone disc on the ground. This is the outside of the hold, Porridge is flying. Circular disc on the ground with sort of runes embedded in it. There was multiple fires burning and a very large statue. Not of Malik, but of some sort of guardian type creature that was looking over that area. That is what Porridge would have seen at a brief, because it would have been difficult for him to get much detail because it's very windy and stuff.
Would the circular discs and large statue of the guardian creature, whatever it may be of a similar style to the interior we're seeing here?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, as you guys are all walking forward and sort of looking around this area, and while obviously maybe not a great position to be in, it's very well made and very well done. And as you're looking around, you begin to hear the ground around you bubble as from vents in this sort of circular platform at the top of the map forms this. It first is very small from different points. This sort of flame-like entity begins to burn and move up through the vents. Let me reveal it.
Oh!
Oh, I think Wu's gone.
Yeah,
he got scared. He got scared when I revealed the creature. And as
it's like one of the ghost Pokemon from Gen 1 you see in the tower, doesn't it?
And this huge fire elemental type creature looks down at all of you with this sort of part of its form are shifting and changing color to blue, to green, to white. And I think at least one of you speaks Primordial.
Me and Cass speak Primordial.
In Primordial, you watch as the thing sort of looks up.
Primordial Ignin or Primordial
It's weirdly, it's a mix of all of them.
Oh.
As obviously, you can sort of hear parts from each of them. Terran, Ignan, what's it?
Oren.
Ocean and Aaron.
It's Aquin and Oren.
Yeah. As it just says 2 words. Thank you. As it begins to burn brighter and surge towards you. And
okay, so this...
Who's he thanking?
Can we make a what's the word I'm thinking of? General fucking assumption that this is the room that Tess was in. Not Tess.
Callie. So
Tess
is an NPC from your game, I think.
Tia and Callie.
Tia
and Callie, but Tess was the woman who got us here in the tunnel.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'd forgotten that. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't appear to be the same room because Callie described the room as being all dark.
Oh.
However,
it was dark originally.
No, that was
just me. That was just me to hide them out.
We were in portal transit there. Our eyes were really
however, at your assumption, at meeting Malik and seeing this creature, you can assume it's the creature she was talking about. However, the further assumption is that since she managed to escape, Malik has added more defenses to stop people from escaping.
So that thing, she said it felt like it was taking her power.
Yes.
We went to speak to Malik, he got pissed off at us. He has now actively put us in a dangerous situation where he is assuming that we won't get out of it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
That's an assumption.
Just checking.
He wanted it, he got smug about it, he's like, you're powerful, let's see how you handle yourself. But, my assumption is he does not expect us to actually win. But we're gonna win, because we're gods.
No, we're not.
Roll initiative.
Yes, you guys can roll initiative.
Guys, can't be crazy, but I think this guy is maybe immune to fire.
I'd say he's immune to any elemental damage or resistant to it because he's cycling through colours.
He's cycling through colours and the language.
Yeah.
He's speaking all the primordials.
That'd be really awkward if your name wasn't Archeron Obsissimus. 8, fuck me, running.
I rolled well for Nyx. Fuck.
We're waiting for Woe.
We are. How are you doing? Oh, he's not here. I lied.
Not from him.
I lied.
These big maps kill Woo's computer. I think that's what we need to do for Christmas. Is we all need to pool our money together and get Woo a new PC.
the laptop. I'm really happy with my laptop. It's great. It was a little pricey, but there's a slightly lower spec one for about 340 quid.
We can drop Will a message and see if he wants someone to roll initiative for him, and if he's low on the initiative order, we can start. Unless he looks out and gets top initiative.
Knowing us.
Then he just holds his action till the end of the round.
Oh my god.
Get in, Cass. Ian.
Oh wow. Let me where. Do you want us to roll initiative?
Why did you... So, I'm just curious here. Why did you change the icon in the initiative order for the elemental to a heart?
Oh, I did it because it's such a large map that it's really difficult for me to see its hit points when I'm zoomed out. So this way I always know, I can see the hit points easier. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh yeah, it is hard to see the hit points. I've just zoomed out on mine and I can see it. Yeah.
We could maybe. I can't screen share, so maybe someone could screen share for him if he comes back.
Yeah, I can do it.
Let me roll for drag. Oh fuck! I rolled well. And I assume his dex is higher than Nix's. Yeah. At the minute, I can't hear what's happening. Oh, he doesn't know he's gone. And of course, he got 20. Yeah. If you join the Discord and leave the Roll20, James is gonna screen share to hopefully save your computer from exploding.
Editor, leave this part out of the episode.
Yeah, let me zoom in. Yeah, let me.
James and me. Oh god, we both got to remember. That's unlikely.
This is what people come for. This is what makes it a real D&D session. It's the constant technical issues, man. It's how they know we're authentic, true to
These
our
technical issues have been brought to you from Raid Shadow Legends.
No sponsors.
Cut
that sponsor.
You can cut it to
we'll
there.
definitely not catch that bit. I will tell you now.
Woo, can you hear us?
I can.
Also,
okay. Do you want to try and let the map load, or do you want to watch James's screen share of it?
I mean, I can see the map. And the turn order and everything. It's just that I can't really zoom out yet.
That's fine.
But I see where maybe.
Yeah, you're like 85 to 90 feet away.
Yeah, you're gonna be pretty far. Yeah. So we will start the combat.
Massive.
It's a big map. I could actually. What I will do now that you've moved is I will make the map smaller.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to retreat.
Okay, I lied.
No, I'm only joking. I'm like 130 feet away. I see my map range.
Okay, now I can even move the map, so I'm fine now.
Okay, I'll leave it. We're good. Cool.
Don't do anything.
Nothing else is gonna happen.
Can you move your token, Woo, just in case, because that's the one I should put on the map.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what?
Can you move your token?
Because it's the one Ash should put on the map. You might have to put a new one on.
Yeah, I can.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
I think Jump Gate kind of fixed that glitch. But yeah. So the combat begins. I will ask: are you guys going to activate your boon?
New boon from Torai?
I assume you kept the Torai
Well, it has
one.
to be that one. We have to pick it at the start of the day.
Yes.
Session,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
So
it's a fun one.
yeah. So you all gain, other than Nix and Cassian, you all gain 25. Was it
25 temporary HP and advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Yes. Which will probably actually help in this.
That's just good.
Temporary HP, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll gain 25 temp HP, and you have advantage. Yeah. And you gain advantage on spells, on saves against spells and magical effects.
Yeah. By the way, the fact that that specifies spells and magical effects means if it's a magical effect, we still get saved.
Yes, it will help you here. If it was just spells, probably not. But here, this will help with some of the abilities, probably. We'll see. But as this creature begins to move towards you, the first person to react is everyone's favorite advisor / person who works in Crown Top, Cassian.
Ex-vampire.
Everyone's favorite ex-vampire, Cassian Aurelius. What's he doing?
Beth.
You might be muted because the dog might be being a fool.
Sorry, what was that?
It's
You're
Cassian's
up,
turn.
Cassian. Cassian got first.
Oh, sorry. I don't actually know if he can even do anything from where he is.
He can bonus action get much closer.
If he wants to.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What's his range on his crossbow?
30.
Yeah.
So it's only a short crossbow.
You could always have him move up and hold his action. He could like move up and hold his action till the creature's in range or something.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this thing is not going to take damage from normal arrows?
Probably not, but I thought he had a magical crossbow now.
No.
Not yet.
No, he's got a magical dagger, I think.
So I'm gonna say he's gonna what's the
bonus action dash and then hold
no,
action.
is uncanny dodge that's a reaction?
It's a reaction. Yeah, that's honest. That's if he gets hit. He can take the dodge action, which would mean I disadvantage on attacks against him.
Yeah, I'll do that because I genuinely can't. I mean, I'll move into like here, but I really don't want to put him in harm's way when he can't fucking do anything.
That's fair. Cool. He stands there and starts to whirlwind in circles, as we were talking about earlier.
Get zoomies.
Yeah. And it is now the elemental's turn.
I need to teach you guys how to dodge action properly. Rock.
This thing
says the guy who's been almost dead nearly the most times.
I'm gonna move.
I could just picture now. Siden's going to be like Piccolo from Team 4-Star. Dodge.
So this thing rushes forward at, I would say, lightning speed, but at flame speed. And
if we're on about the light,
Same thing.
Off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, yeah, but they are both. Yeah. And it is going to make 2 attacks. The first one at Maeve, the second one at Sidon.
Oh. Okay. Does he have reach, or is this part of his?
This thing.
Holy shit! That thing can move. Jesus.
Yeah. It does have reach, and that's part of its token. That is.
I wasn't sure if it
to hit. Yeah.
This aura, is that like a heat wave aura or something?
It's just light.
Okay.
Elemental sheds bright light. 40-foot radius of bright light. So it's pretty
23 to hit to who?
Maeve.
I'm gonna silvery barbs out.
Are you in range to silvery barbs out? Because I can.
Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say just within range. I will reroll that. 27.
I tried.
Who give it advantage to?
I was gonna be cheeky and give it to myself.
Wow, selfish bitch.
Perfectly reasonable.
No, I know. So Maeve, you take. Oh fucking hell!
Oh,
that's 25 points of slashing damage. Plus. That was a high roll. Yeah.
Plus.
Plus. 10 points of fire damage. I need you to make a dex save.
Slashing damage. He has claws.
The claws, as they sort of go, the flame sort of solidifies and sort of makes this. I can't think of the best word. Like fine, almost like it's fire, but it's got like more mass to it. I don't know. Best way to describe it. It's fine. A 5 is a fail.
No.
Would have been a 4 to pass, you never know.
So you are currently burning. You're burning until you are put out either by water, or you or someone can use an action to like pat yourself.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah. Second one will be on Sidon.
I go to use my warding flare to give disadvantage.
17.
That is my AC.
Oh fuck!
Before that happens, I'm gonna use my reaction to
the eyeless.
Yeah.
Plus the eyeless. So yeah, I mean, it actually doesn't matter what you roll.
Oh wait, actually, is he the elemental?
So minus 2.
Can he be blinded?
It's a great question.
Because if he can't,
yes, he can. He can. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So a 2 reduces it to 15, meaning that misses. And that is the end of its turn. Drag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. So this aria thing he's having, what's
it's just bright light. It's fine. It's just
okay.
Yeah. You're good.
So I can move there. Yeah. So I've got to move up to here. And then activate both my rights and the bone sword.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna take... Where is it? There and there. So I take...
Ooh, big damage on yourself there.
I feel.
The tape. I can just reduce the temp HP, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't worry, I feel that pain.
So I have...
Well, you feel that pain. I also feel it.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna stabby on him.
Go for it.
So 27.
27 definitely hits.
Nice. So 11
Nice.
slashing, 1 poison, and 4 frost damage.
So, oh god, hold on. I need to figure this out. So 11 slashing. That all goes through as. Oh wait, hold on. I might have lied. I did lie. Oh no, not magical. You're fine. So yeah, so that's 11 slashing. One of it was poison, did you say?
Yeah, and 4 frost.
So the poison,
cold.
the one poison goes through. However, it feels like the cold is reduced by somewhat.
Oh, resistant, not immune.
Yes.
Ooh,
it is
I wonder if
damage.
I wonder if that means he's resistant to all elements, but not immune to any element. That could be helpful.
Cool. That was your first attack.
Yeah. When that attack goes through, can I expend the charge and put the mark on me, or do I have to say that before?
I would say you can do that as you hit.
Yeah, because
So
then
yeah,
I
you're fine.
put what's it called, Fang of the Hunter.
Yes.
Yes, and then I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Mhm.
So 19.
A 19 meter beats it.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember damage.
So 11 slashing, 1 poison, 2 cold, and
Jeez, you do so many damage types.
yeah.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I have a lot of things to track with this thing. I'm frantically typing.
And if it helps, I'm gonna try and stun him next on my turn. So.
God, I'm so bad at typing today.
And
so...
also 7 damage from
Woo,
the
woo.
mark.
Woo, you're great. Just give me a second. So...
No, I could do math.
Shut the fuck up. I spelled that wrong, but it's fine. So it was 10 slashing. It was 1 poison.
2 cold.
Yeah.
And 7 from the mark.
So, 3. And the mark does what kind of damage?
Take additional 1d8 poison damage from
Cool.
an attack.
It does not seem to be resistant to the poison.
And now I have advantage on survival checks for tracking it.
Yippee! Cool. Jesus. Okay. Now I've got that written down. It should be better. Okay. Cool. So, anything else?
Just my reaction and my bonus. Nope, that's my turn.
Cool.
Do I get my reaction back now, by the way?
Yes, you do.
Cool. Yes,
yeah. Nyx is going to... God, she does not. She is not good in combat.
You can run and hide.
No, because I wanted to do something. She is going to... Yes, she is... Oh, it's a touch spell. Fuck.
Never mind.
Does not help. She is going to... I wanted to do something. Yeah, she will, for the sake of ease, cast a guiding bolt. Just first level, just to test the waters. 25 hits. Let me knock that off. Yeah, so she conjures some of that, what's the word? Residual divine magic from when she had a god that liked her. And fires it towards the fire elemental. However, the radiant damage seems to dissipate completely on it, as it takes no damage. And as a... she actually can't do anything as a bonus action, but she will step a bit forward just to get within range for other stuff later on. But that is her turn. That was basically me telling you it's immune to radiant damage. Sidon.
Immune to radiant damage. Interesting. That's actually really interesting, because that means I'm not going to actually hit it with my spear at all. Okay,
You're
so...
gonna burn your hands when you hit it.
I've got magical fists, it's fine. What
I thought they weren't magical.
Not this conversation again.
No, it's fine. Go for it, Pin.
So what Simon will do is he'll generate an orb of energy in his hand, and fire it forward, sort of smashing into him, creating a sort of wolf-like visage as he hits with his stunning strike. Let's go. Yates a 17.
17 misses.
And again. Are we back to this game? Oh, we are!
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
That was a different roll. You rolled a 22 on the other side.
Love it. Okay, action surge again. There we go.
20 will hit.
Strike.
This thing is immune to stun.
Okay. Savage attacker.
Give me 7 again. Oh no.
12. Because I hit it. How big is it?
This thing is gargantuan.
Gargantuan. That's fine. He still takes a. I'm still gonna use my because I hit it. I'm still gonna use my Agent of Order feat to do an extra 1d8 force damage.
That's force damage, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But there's no need for him to make a wisdom
save. 1. It's really difficult to tell, but this thing does not take any force damage.
Wait, what?
You hit it with the punch, and it seems to the fire seems to mold around it and do nothing. The force damage of that.
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you then. My 12 bludgeoning damage here, I said it was force damage.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I get to choose between bludgeoning and
force. If you want it to be bludgeoning, that's fine by me. Like for this attack.
Okay, so
like I'm completely fine with it being bludgeoning. Like for this.
Here is the weakness to New Monk. Alright. So if I go down to I'm just gonna read it for the class here. Where is it?
For the class, yeah.
It is key empowered strike, isn't it?
I think so.
Stunning strike, sure not strike, where is it? Extra attack. Slow fall. Either way, okay. I can't find it on here. It's somewhere on here. But specifically, it says monks can choose to either attack with bludgeoning or with force damage. It makes no distinction of giving me magical damage anymore as my punches.
I will be fair. I don't mind if your bludgeoning punches are still magical. That's like, I'm not gonna be that mean. This creature's already very weird. I'm not gonna be that mean. If you want if your bludgeoning attacks to be magical, you just have to accept that your attacks are magical in future conversations.
That's fair. Yeah, okay. I'll then if we're cool with that, then...
yes, I'm completely fine with that. But as you punch it, you do take 3 points of fire damage because it's fire.
No worries.
Fire.
And so that was one of my action surges. So another attack.
Go for it. Off. Misses.
Flurry of blows.
Oh my god!
Jesus
This is insane! There we go, that hits.
It's like plus 10 and you rolled a 2.
So, okay, at least 13 is decent damage. Do you take another 7 points of fire damage as you punch it?
Cool.
Wow. You made 6 attacks and missed, and hit twice.
Yep.
That's statistically improbable.
Yep. I'm aware of how statistically improbable it is.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, because I've used everything here.
Cool. Slab.
Madness. Yes. Absolutely madness.
It's madness!
What I'm going to do... Unfortunately, I was quite late to all the other attackers, but we are... just need to... Yeah... We're going to move up to here. So that was 10 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I am going to cast a level 3 blast.
Oh, nice.
And basically, everyone right in front of this creature is going to get one.
So level 3. So level 3, you can get 5 people.
Yeah. So basically, everyone who's close to it except from me.
Okay. So for blast,
so Drak, Maeve, Cass, Sidon, and Cassian.
Cool. 3, 4, 5. Cool. All of them are blessed. Hashtag blessed.
It's not going to be as complicated as Sidon's turn, because guess what I'm going to do?
Bardic Inspiration.
Well, I'm going to move back a bit more.
Okay. Hey guys, you got this! Ah!
And then I'm going to cast a Bardic Inspiration on Maeve. Basically, get some revenge. Fuck it up.
Fuck it up!
Thank you.
And then, well, it's just there for another dexterity saves and stuff like that in case. And then for my final 10 feet of movement.
For my last trick.
Well, I'll move back a little bit more. I just wanted to make sure I was in range and stuff like that. And then that's it. It's done.
Cool. Maeve.
How close to it can I get?
You are pretty much as close as you can be.
Oh.
Why?
Because I can't do anything.
What do you mean?
What about psychic damage? You not have...
Yeah, but the thing that I was gonna do, I'm gonna get loads of other people with it, and I don't want to.
It's fine.
What are you trying to do?
It's gargantuan. Just dump it in midair. It's not a 2.
Yeah,
it's a 30-foot. It's a 30-foot radius.
Oh.
And put it like 45 feet in the air.
No, it's centered on me.
Oh right. Do you not have the psychic? What's it called?
Psychic lance is. I'm just checking if I can do it. It says if the target is within range.
It will be. You're next to it.
Psychic
It's
glance,
safe.
Yeah. It's an intelligence save, I believe, on its part.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
You sure?
I can't do the other one, otherwise I'm gonna hurt people. So.
Honestly, I'm devil's advocate here. That is fine. We've got a lot of healers, and I think if you want to use a big spell, you shouldn't be worried about who's in range.
Psychic Lance is insane though. It might incapacitate it.
I mean, you could also get it. You could move here because I mean, obviously it's a big creature, but it's fire, so it's not really got a proper form. So you could always, if you wanted to use your, I assume it's that spell that I made. You can move to here, and then I think you'd only get Draken and Sidon, who have the most health. Sorry?
I'm
move to here.
with it, by the way, if you're gonna do a spell that you want to do.
Okay, so if I move to there, and then I move this way. That way.
Which way? Well, I assume you only have 30 feet movement, that's why I put there.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my movement. I'm talking about if I could get to there and then move to, like, here.
Yeah.
Would it...
what's the area of effect? Oh, yeah, it would.
I'm gonna use my... Fuck it. I'm gonna use my... Where the fuck is it? Jesus Christ. My... grey step. To get to here. I can't be doing the roll 20 right now. To get to there. Oh my god, there!
Okay, I agree. Fine.
Right. Yeah.
And then you're gonna walk.
I'm gonna move to here.
Well, I assume you walk and then grey step, so you don't get opportunity attacks.
No, because either way, I'm gonna get opportunity attack. Cause I can
no, if you go through him, but if you go through him, you would stay in melee with him, so you won't get.
Yeah, and then I also use his reaction up.
Okay, if you want to take it, then that's fine. Yeah, it will make an attack against you with its claw. 26. Jesus.
Yeah.
Blood damage.
Ooh.
That's it, doesn't matter.
Okay, I was waiting to say here, silver bumps.
I do have it.
Yeah, but there's no point because it's just going to keep rolling.
Jesus. That's 33? 32? 33 points of damage.
And then I need it to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom. This thing is not very wisdomous. 18? Oh, beats it. I mean... I was going to say someone could silver bobs if they want to try and get it lower, but it's up to them.
I've got my reaction back.
I will do that one on that one then.
Okay, we'll see if it fails. 13 fails. So that's 25.
Advantage.
Oh yeah.
We'll go. I'll say give advantage to Drat while it.
Okay. So that's 25 points of psychic damage to it, which it does take.
Oh no, I was saying it's okay to both.
It's full damage of 25.
No, it's frightened for a minute, and it has to subtract 1d4 from its attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool. Yeah, and it does take the full 25 psychic damage, and I'll say frightened is that. That looks pretty scary. Oh,
So-
pretty scared.
So, frightened on the table, but stun isn't.
Yes.
Feel targeted.
Okay. You can feel targeted. I don't give many things immunity to stun. This is one of the first things I have.
Because I'm behind it, it now can't move backwards, right?
I mean, it
That is
can.
correct.
but it will take attacks. Oh, that's true. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
We might be able to fly over the fire, which is the other thing. Well, we can't follow it.
Yeah.
Well, it just literally came from the lava, so.
Archer, it is your turn.
Yeah. It's good to know that it's not resistant in any way to psychic, which is kind of what I was aiming for, to be honest, to find out what to use. So I'm going to 5th level cast. I've got 2 spell slots. Fuck it, why not? I'm going to go for a fireball centered on its head, but obviously psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me just make sure I can do that at 5th level. 1 second. 5th level. I have to be bludgeoning damage. Sorry. Which we know it's not resistant to either way. So basically, this I just imagine.
You're throwing every meteor.
Well, it's basically, I just imagine it's like this absolutely like the Benz level pressure change near its head. Like basically, it's gone from normal environment to like 20 atmospheres in a split second. It just like crushes its head. Let me just cast that now.
It does succeed the saving throw. I assume you'd say that it's not higher than 22.
No, but he's going to get silvery barbs to get him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I get my reaction back now, don't I?
Yeah.
He'll have a plus 10 to his dex save.
That's fine.
Yeah, it succeeds.
That's fine. So I've still got advantage, you see, and so I'm going to give this advantage to Drac.
Okay. He already has it.
I already have that advantage. So
you do.
Give it to Cassian.
But I can take double advantage.
He can't do fuck all, can he? So
he's got a magic dagger and he's near it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you options.
Go stab queen. Go stab queen. Yeah. So yeah, let me just roll that. 10d6. 38 bludgeoning. But half to whatever. 19.
It's not half.
Well, he passed, didn't he?
Oh, you should. If you didn't tell me that, I would have forgotten.
And then as a bonus action, there was. Oh right, so Maeve's on fire still, right?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Wait, do I take more damage?
She's not.
It's fine. I forgot. James, what are you gonna say?
Well, because Yumi is going to use his action to like scurry around and put the fire out. Don't ask Alpha why he's doing that. It just is. He deploys.
I'm gonna have Yumi take some damage.
That's okay. It's not porridge.
Of fire damage.
Let me see if that destroys him. No, he's hanging on with 1 hit point.
Oh, wow. Big boy.
They've only got like 5 hit points. Can I even change his hit points in here?
I don't
even know how I do that. Hit points. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Right, cool. Right, here's one. Would Yumi also get the temporary hit points?
No, he doesn't count as part of the group.
Oh, damn.
Only
so neither does Porridge.
Well, but Porridge is a sweet boy who I'm never ever risking getting hurt. So. Porridge is like
only ever there for flavour.
Yeah. Unless I specifically use him to do something crazy with. But
Porridge is just sitting there eating grapes. Yumi's in the fucking pits.
Yeah. But as a bonus action, I need this guy. Let me see if I can do this. Right, so with my telekinesis, let me just make sure I can do this because I'm not sure if there's a size limit.
I think there is.
Yeah.
I think there's a huge size limit. I might be wrong.
Looking at the shove one creature. Do so must succeed. Yada yada. Oh, yeah, there's no size limit on that. So, no, I'm not on this one. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna telekinetically shove it. It says towards or away. It's I was supposed to roll 20.
Strength save.
Strength save, yeah.
Oh wait, that's from the feet.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So my spell save is currently works. So do we want that further away from Maeve? Because in fact, if we pull it, I'm going to pull it closer to me, so that way it loses more space to back off. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So interestingly enough, I did just look it up. Telekinesis, the level 5 spell, has a huge or smaller caveat.
That's funny, but
this feat is much better. That's why I didn't take the spell. Like the telekinesis has other things, like it lasts longer, and it's like. But the downside with it, I want it to be like multiple mage hands. I want to lift like 7 things, but that's animate objects, so that's why I took the thing. Anyway. So yeah, that's Archeron. So as he's doing this, he looks super. His eyes are darting left, right, and centre. He's clearly like really like panicking still, but it's not because of this thing.
At the end of your turn,
the fire.
What?
Is James having is Archfey having PTSD because of the fire?
Fire?
There's fire all over us. There's lava and everything.
Yeah, it's not bothered about fire. Something much scarier going on.
Yeah. So as a legendary action, you watch as this creature, in the best way it can, begins to like inhale. And you sort of begin to feel sort of the elements around you begin to get sort of taken from you, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna need everyone who has, this is gonna be a long list, I apologize. Any elemental resistances.
That's gonna be everyone because we all got cold resistance.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But this will affect multiple things, so I'm just going to say the full list. So any spells that give you elemental resistance, any items that give you elemental resistance, any like feat or anything that gives you elemental resistance, or any natural resistances you might have that are elemental, which I assume everyone qualifies for at least one of those. So I'm going to need everyone to make me a con save.
I only have the cold resistance. I have nothing else elemental.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the cold resistance and lightning resistance from my Gear of Conducting.
Yeah, I only got the cold resistance, and because I've got Ring of Protection, but that just gives me AC plus 1.
Yes, AC boost.
So is it just a one?
It's just one saving throw.
Don't forget bless.
Well, yeah, some of you are blessed. Cass is blessed. Biden D4. Drac is blessed.
Do I need to roll the D4 with the 19?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Maeve is blessed and has a bardic. Actually,
30-20.
She has the cold thing.
Drac, you have advantage.
Yeah, you do have advantage from thinking.
Can I choose not to use it?
No,
you can't.
You have to.
Just go next turn.
Okay, so
has to be used on your next D20 roll.
One save.
Nope.
Yeah.
So 17.
Ooh,
plus
nice.
17 plus 4.
17 plus 4, 21. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list of people who rolled because it's the easiest way for me to do it. So, Wu, how many of those things do you have? Like, so you have the cold resistance from the Ice Queen. Do you have anything else? You don't? What?
It's
just that.
The pendant of lunar faces.
Okay, so that is another one. And then...
I mean, that's one thing. That's the only
yes,
thing.
I know. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
what about the resistance from the ice cream?
Yeah,
I already have resistance to cold, so...
that is true. Okay. That's true. I'll say that's fine. So you succeed on this saving throw. You're fine. Just. Literally. Archeron, how many of these things? Oh, you rolled a 12.
No, I rolled a 21 because I had advantage from Silver
That's
Rods.
true. How many of those things do you have?
One from I have cold resistance from my boots.
Okay. So you also just succeed. Sidon.
I rolled a 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
So I failed.
Doesn't matter. Anything that you have that grants you resistance to an elemental damage is currently nullified.
Nullified, but not removed.
So, yeah, not... I will say, well, I think the cold resistance from the Queen, if you get it from that, is removed. Because it is a temporary thing that is, like, fully taken. However, anything like an item or something, or a feat, is temporarily removed. Cass.
I only have the gold thing.
You only have the cold thing, and you rolled 20,
A dirty 20.
which just succeeds. Nyx rolled a 4, so she fails, and because she has what?
Do we all get advantage on this because it's a magical effect?
Oh Jesus!
Nyx won't.
Nyx wouldn't have. I'll say.
Just in case.
It would only affect. Yeah, we'll say. It doesn't matter.
God, fucking
Nyx fails, and because she has defeat Infernal Constitution, she has resistance to cold, fire, and poison, so she loses all 3 of those right now.
So is it an advantage?
Yes, I'll say it is, and luckily it's simple because it's just you. I think
roll.
that it goes for. Yeah. Let's see. Your bless was
89.
Oh, you're not blessed, yeah, so that is, yeah, it's fine. So Nyx fails, Slab, you failed, so you get rid of your cold resistance. Cassian, I don't know if he had any resistances to elemental damage. So if he does, that's gone. If he doesn't, oh, I guess he would have the cold thing, it's gone. Maeve, you succeeded, because you rolled that 20, you rolled high enough, that's fine. That's the end of its turn. I'm not using that ability again because Jesus fucking Christ. I wrote that down. Like, yeah, this will take a minute. It took like 5. Cass, it's your turn.
Yes. Is anyone seriously hurt?
Or I'm not yet. I think the only one who's taken major damage is Maeve.
Yeah.
Well, that's just temporary hit points. I can't.
No, she took a lot more than that.
It's a lot
No,
more
I've
than
got
that.
on a scale of 1 to 80, I'm at 37.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to
Give her the
I
big
got
heal.
healing words that.
Mhm.
Let's do 3rd level. And I'm going to pump up using my Blessing of Gold. Let's do 3d8 extra.
Wow.
You heal
Nice,
for
so that's
30.
30 hit points.
Nice. Thank you.
Cool.
And Primordial, I will say, seize this at once, and we may all leave this chamber alive.
Are you doing
And
that as your
Primordial.
action?
Yes.
Do you make me a
Well-
persuasion check? If you're using his
Yeah,
action, I'll let you make a persuasion check.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, is healing a bonus action?
16.
Healing word is bonus action.
Bless is just saving
Just
throws, right?
attack rolls and saving throws, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this creature looks down at you, and says, "No, I need food."
Sorry, can you say that again?
He needs
Bit of
food.
stuff. Food.
He's the hungry boy.
food. Yeah, he's a growing boy.
He's
but
actually not.
He is. But because that was your action, that is your turn. As we
Yeah.
do this, I'm gonna try and speed this up. Cassian, it's Cassian's turn.
I mean, if we need to take a break in the fight and come back next week, we can.
It's fine.
This is
You guys know the rules.
last time I
You kind of
ever
know.
offer mercy.
You kind of know the rules of this encounter. We're good.
26.
26 does hit. He did have advantage from. So it's fine. He hits. Well, actually, let's say for you. Oh wow. Okay. So 10, 15. He is resistant to non-magical, but not immune. So it is 15 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Cool. Anything else from Cassian?
No.
Cool. Elemental's turn. It
Don't
is
forget he has to take a 1d4 off of his
yes
attacks.
attack rolls. But yeah, so this thing starts to look not frantic, as in it's like nervous, but is looking a little bit surprised by the fight you guys are putting up, if that makes sense. And I guess frightened of Maeve. He's not turning around.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
And it sort of begins...
Imagine all the shadows are like coalescing around Maeve, and she's... you know Raven from Teen Titans when she gets angry, and it's like darkness everywhere. That's what I imagine.
As this thing begins to like almost ball itself up, and its core begins to glow brighter and brighter, before it lets out this like horrid cacophony of fire, and sort of it's almost like an internal scream from itself. And let's see the radius on this, 'cause I don't remember.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, I wasted an action on actually trying to be merciful.
I mean, I'm not gonna be. I'm just gonna say, like, the guy's immune to radiant damage.
Yeah. So everyone in this radius, the safer radius, can you make me a dex save?
Woohoo!
Is this a magical effect?
I will say yes, it's a magical effect, so you have advantage. But Maeve, you succeed. Cass, you succeed. Sidon fails.
Doesn't matter, I still take half damage.
Yeah. Drax succeeds. Cassin fails, but will take half damage from evasion.
Rogue and monks, baby.
Yeah,
Look at
so, so everyone takes half damage. And that's a good thing.
Sidon.
Oh fuck!
Yes.
33.
Yeah, 23.
You are blessed, remember?
Oh yeah,
true.
Sidon is blessed. You might be able to succeed it. The DC is 20.
I don't think Cassie has it.
Bastard!
Captain can't succeed with. Well, he is blessed. He can't succeed, but it's fine. So yeah, you all take 23 points of fire damage. And this, I mean, that is the end of its turn. However, on initiative count 20 of this round, you all watch as obviously this lava has been like flowing around this whole time. You watch as almost like it's being forced to change. You watch as this lava so almost reverses, goes back in time, like it flows the opposite way, before you sort of like this flash happens and the map goes into water.
What?
That's cool. And do you have a different token?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have a bubbly one?
Hey, listen.
Did you just break Drax's computer?
Were you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I couldn't say it before, but the reason why it probably took so long is because of the maps underneath it. That were also the map changes, not the creature. The creature is still fire.
Okay.
Great fire.
Yeah.
Knock him down into the water.
But yeah, Drac, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna check a thing real fast.
You check that thing real fast.
The bonus action. So yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the dagger, or the fang thingy.
Yeah, scimitar, go for it.
That's the word.
29. Jesus, definitely hits.
Yes.
So it's 8 slashing, 1 poison, 1 cold.
Yeah, I can't half that anymore.
Wait, it's a minimum one, isn't it?
Also, 8 poison damage.
Poison. Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Go for it.
16 ice. Assume.
16 does miss. You do have bless.
Oh yeah.
You max roll it, you hit.
1920.
1d4.
Yeah, go for it. Nice. Nice.
Without the other melee focused character here hits quite regularly with the almost exactly the same roll number as me. But
so
I missed 9 out of 10 times.
What is the call?
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Ron's curse, man. Whenever I play Sidon, I just can't hit shit. But then I play Aeon, and I'm hitting crits out the fucking wazoo almost every session.
It's crazy. Okay, nice work. Anything else?
Yeah, as my bonus action, I'm gonna try to use Blood Curse of Binding, so he has to make a strength saving throw DC 14.
Okay. 21, he's fine.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. So as you are hitting into this with the Black Fang, the poison that is sort of embedded into this blade it's obviously cutting through and damaging this creature, but watch as more and more of it gets green until you deal your final attack and the green takes over its form. Pete, I do have other tokens. As in its place.
Oh, he switched away.
Oh my fucking god!
A toxic elemental. With its body shifts into that of a toxic acid poison based creature.
Planned for Drac to be hitting it with the poison dagger and it transforming, or was this always planned? I'm confused.
I'll tell you it once we're done. Because it's a really fun stat block, but it's fine.
Drac just gonna think, what have I done?
And as a legendary action, it's going to make a poison attack against Drac. Even though I think he's resistant and immune to it, but it doesn't know that. It's not smart enough to figure that out.
Resistant to poison damage and immune to being poisoned.
Okay. This actually won't matter then. It's fine. Well, your resistance won't matter. So it will attack you. Or miss you. 18?
That misses.
It actually would have minus D4, so it definitely misses. It goes to... Its form changes, and it gets a lot slower, rather than obviously the very quick movement of the fire. And it sort of slams down, and this acid just sort of melts into the ground next to you, but it misses. And that is its legendary action. On Nyx's turn...
just to quickly remind me,
yes.
How do legendary actions work?
At the end of another creature's turn, it can take a legendary action. And
do they have a set number of legendary actions?
Per turn, it has a set number.
Okay, I was going to say, because he did take a legendary action after Archfey's turn. So
at the top of, I think it's the... it regains all of its spent actions and stuff for its turn. It's like a reaction, but no.
No worries.
And seeing this change, Nyx is going to be like, maybe this will work again? And is going to try and Guiding Bolt her to see if Radiant will work now. And miss. Yeah.
Good job, Malik. I'm impressed.
I'm trying!
No, it's fine. Keep trying. I'm sure it will work.
But yeah, that's her turn. Silent.
Do I risk to check see if there's... I'm gonna.
I would use the spear this time, just saying.
Well, you've got your spear and you've got your flurry of blows, so you could cycle through. So you got your radiant through your spear, your bludgeoning for one of your flurry of blows, and then a force for your second flurry of blows, and that way I know what to hit it with.
It's actually a very fair point, actually. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. I will swing with the spear first.
Go for it.
And what I'll do is, so I grab the spear and sort of on the blade, sort of imbue energy on it as I stab forward, and I'm going to aim for a stunning strike on this strike as well. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
I have to max roll.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, and you do.
Hey!
It's still immune to stun, but it's
still
do
immune to
damage.
stun. Okay, that's fine. So, damage-wise, we've got
12 piercing.
12 piercing and free fire.
Hold on. 12 piercing, free fire. The fire goes through.
Fully?
Yes.
Hey! He's not immune to fire anymore! And then, so that was attack 1. attack.
White grin.
I'm going for attack 2 here. This is an unarmed strike.
You still have plus. Yeah, just hits again.
Thank Christ.
Who's that? I only know
This is
Celeste.
force. This is force damage.
The force damage is still immune.
Still immune to the force damage. Okay, that's fine. So let me just mark off, and then bonus action, flurry of blows. So I sort of
You're punching acid.
That's fine.
Oh.
It's all good. It's all fine. And I'm gonna come in with a pushing attack. Bang! 18.
Doesn't matter what you roll on the thing, it will hit.
It was a 1 anyway. So this is a pushing attack, so he does take an extra 1d6. So I'm gonna savage attack of that.
But I mean, he's a monk, so he's not wearing armor, is he?
No.
Cool.
So savage attacker, that is 12 plus a d4 from the unarmed strike.
Yeah.
1. Plus a d6 from the push attack. 1. So that's 12, 13, 14. He's bigger than large, so it won't get pushed anyway. But
he's also a blob.
So let me just mark these down.
I will say, this thing's starting to look bloody. Bloody? That doesn't make sense.
Ow.
It's starting to look more goopy.
And then final hit, side and sort of I'm gonna pivot round.
Pivot.
So you're gonna like come up behind him.
That's
and
crazy.
Sort of.
You do have advantage as you're flanking. I do flank you.
Didn't realise. If I knew that, I would have been moving a lot more. Yeah. So as he comes spinning round, he'll just sort of like, without any wasted movement, do a spinning roundhouse.
Nice. Hits. The first actual hit that didn't need plus.
Yep. For a 9 bludgeoning damage and a d4 from
nice.
Ribbon. Hey, a max 4. Nice.
Cool. Nice set of hits. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Finally, I hit.
As a legendary action, it's gonna try and hit you back.
Right, big boy.
31.
Flare.
Definitely hit.
Jesus, I had. Okay, well, I'll re-roll that because thingy said flare. 26.
Fuck!
Cool. So, Sidon, you take 21 points of bludgeoning.
I will deflect attacks.
I'm not. Okay, yeah, go for it.
I know you're not done, but I mean, I only deflect the bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing anyway. So, deflect attacks.
19. Nice.
19.
So, 2 bludgeoning plus 14 acid. And can you make me a con save?
Yes. So 2 bludgeoning.
Oh,
14.
sorry. You're not affected by this. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore that con save.
Do I still take that damage of
yes, you still take the damage, but you don't need to make the save. Cool. That is the legendary action. Slab.
Yes. So he's. We only know he's not immune to fire anymore.
Yep.
Yes.
Still immune to force and still cannot be stunned. Love to see it.
Okay, so as soon as I've done.
Oh, and he's acid based.
Well,
No,
I'm going to apply
that's obvious.
Pokemon logic here. If he's acid based, that means he's poison. So therefore,
hit him with a fairy type.
Acid and poison on different types of damage.
hitting him with a fairy type would mean he's resistant because poisons are super effective against fairies. We're going to hit him with.
Bless you.
It burns! Psychic Lance.
1 second.
Thank you.
Why is Psychic Lance named? I thought it was just called Psychic Lance.
No, it's cool. That is the name of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing the first one.
Rowlfins.
Ralufins.
Ralufins. Intelligence save.
That sounds like a magical ore.
18.
Oh, this armor is made from Ralufium.
Yep.
So it's 18 points of psychic. It is immune to the incapacitated condition, though.
Yeah, because if it's immune to the stun condition, it's immune to the incapacitated condition.
But I just this is why I didn't fire it at a 5th level.
That's fair.
I was like, right, I'm going to try and test out other resistances.
Yeah, psychic still good. Anything else?
We'll fire another bardic. It's like who to give? We'll give it to Sidon this time. It's like, you did good last time, mate. You actually hit.
Only because of your blast, good boy.
So, here's more opportunities.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We'll take a 2 step back.
Maeve.
Do we know? I may have just missed it. Do we know if it's still taking psychic damage, or do we not know?
Yes, I've just hit it with psychic.
Just then, psychic damage is still full damage. And
It's just
fire
immune-
is now full damage as well.
It's only immune to incapacitation from that.
Yeah, I'm stunned. If he's immune to the stun condition, he might be immune to everything the stun condition does, which is incapacitated. Is there any other thing, or is it just incapacitation?
Just incapacitated.
Paralyzed?
Yeah.
No, paralyzed is the same thing.
It's still scared. It's still frightened, isn't it?
Does it make a save to be frightened?
I was about to ask that. Does it make a save?
I actually didn't. If so, I should have brought one, but I don't remember.
At the end of a frightened creature's turn, they can attempt to remake the wisdom save to not be frightened.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Nope, still frightened.
Cool. So on top of that,
Let me. Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
I
trying to
need
find
it to
something.
make
Okay.
an intelligence save.
Well, you gotta give it a psychic lance to the face as well.
No.
3.
3. Cool.
Minus a d4. We'll see if it's a 1. Oops.
31.
It's a 1. So 31 points of psychic damage. Nice.
And it has muddled thoughts, so it also has to subtract a d6. So it's a
Jesus.
d4 and a d6 from all its attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, wow. Yeah, this thing's. This is gonna be funny.
He just went from being like a high damage dealer to being a high damage support. It's crazy.
Also,
The utility of that is insane.
as a bonus action, I will go into my form of dread,
Cool.
just for the health at this point.
Mhm.
11. Wow.
Oh.
Don't worry, I still got orange slices.
Is that your fucking cure wounds orange slices? Because it's such a spell.
I just throw
Throwing
oranges in middle
slices
fights.
everywhere.
Archon, it's your turn.
Yeah, as a action, he's looking around. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on. He's trying to take it all in, trying to figure out what the fuck this creature is. But seeing that psychic's working, he's going to lean into that, and I need that creature to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Another psychic lance.
It's not another psychic lance.
Sorry, wait. I assume minus 1d4 plus plus 1d6. Let's see. So it's a -1.
So that's a 6 psychic damage for a mind whip.
Damage,
However, he can now only move an action or a bonus action, and he only gets one
Okay.
level 3.
yeah. Cool.
What level is X's mind whip? Is that a cantrip
It's
or?
a cantrip.
That's a second level spell.
Oh, I
Um,
thought it was a cantrip.
I was gonna say
No.
because to have that effect of restricting
Yeah.
what he can do.
It's like slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I didn't silvery barbs that one. But that's fine. I don't need
It's like level
to.
3.
You know what I've noticed? I think we should focus on his intelligence saves because my man's only got a +1.
I was concerned about
metagaming.
like legendary resistances, but yeah. I mean, like, we can just really nullify what it can and can't do now. And to make it slightly more awkward, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to get it to strength save again as I pull it even closer towards me.
Strength save.
If DC,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Okay. there now.
The power of my mind compels you. I had thought actually. Obviously, at the start of this fight, it would have been slightly more useful than potentially now the end. I can, if Cassian's desperate, cast Holy Weapon on his dagger or his crossbow.
Nah, he's good. Yeah, we're fine. Is that your turn?
I think I might move back a little bit. I just need to stay in range, but like I don't want to get any closer to it. But I've got like 60 feet range, so it's fine.
Cool. Cass.
Yes. How's everyone looking health-wise?
I've still got 25 temporary. I've not even been touched.
Haven't been hit. It's mainly Maeve, I think. It's Maeve.
Maeve and me are the only ones who've been hit, and I think Maeve is actually the more significantly damaged one than I am.
Okay. I'm going to cast Mass Healing Words on 5th level for everyone except for me and Archeron.
I haven't touched. I haven't been hit.
I mean, most people haven't been. But yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And for May specifically, I'm going to activate Blessing of Gold and give her 68 extra.
What the hell?
Jesus.
Damn! To full health again.
But
So you get
7 damage.
So you get 43 hit points.
I'm back to
Jesus Christ.
Thank
And
you.
now I am the lowest health target here. 70 HP.
Nice. Cool. That's your bonus action.
Yeah, and for my action, I'm going to Channel Divinity. I need a con save from him.
Con save.
Yeah,
26.
Now.
He succeeds and takes half of this. He
14,
takes
so
7 radiant.
7 radiant.
Did he actually take the damage?
Yeah.
Hey, radiant works now, guys.
Cool. It's the end of your turn. Next round. Maybe do that.
For poisoning him and turning him into a sludge monster.
It is Cassian's turn.
I'm in melee with the creature, and Cass is in
I think
melee
I
with
am
the
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how sneak attack works.
I like
Sneak
going
attack-
with the melee.
Yeah, if he hits, then he gets sneak attack.
Yeah. So
Or he
you
can,
have a magic dagger.
A 19 is his AC meter beta.
Oh, nice. Come on.
Alright, he has my dagger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's 9 piercing. Jesus. 9 piercing. This is all magical. So 9 piercing, 1 necrotic, and 26 piercing. So that's 27, 36 points of damage. This guy's looking pretty rough.
Question.
Oh.
Earlier you asked if Sidon was wearing armor. Why is that?
I was about to. Cassian's wearing armor, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
leather, I believe.
Can he make me a con save?
Armor melt.
13 fails. So
Also
some of
blast. Unless that doesn't help.
it won't help it. The DC is higher than that. Oh yeah, so as Cassian stabs with the dagger, doing a lot of damage, the sort of arm of his leather armor sort of gets some of the acid on it, and until it can be fixed, his AC is reduced by 1.
Oh wow. Damn.
Just so you, because of Mind Whip, it can't use reactions.
That's not a reaction.
Okay.
That's
an
effect of it.
That's
Successfully.
stabbing
It's like-
acid with a melee
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah. Cool. It's the elemental now. Oof, he's
Come on,
he's
sludge
seen,
monster.
this guy's seen better days. I'll give him that. Yeah. So what it's gonna do then is, considering Cassian should have fuck ton of damage to it, he is going to use his action to do a venomous surge. So stab you. You're lucky.
If you. I don't know if you could also get me if you angle that more.
Fuck no. Look at that. Look, it's a cone.
Oh, right. Never mind.
I don't know why you want to be here.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, Cassian and Nyx, I need them to make con saves.
Yeah, get the NPCs. I'll leave it that.
They both definitely fail. Well, it's the best. It's the only way I can get 2 people.
I feel like you're just trying to hurt me.
Well, I could go up here. I think those 2 is the only way I can get 2 people. So, he doesn't want to turn around because he's scared of you. So yeah,
no,
they.
Go for me. Just hit me.
No. So they take off 41
oh my
points
fucking
of
god! Really?
poison damage. And
Jesus Christ.
Nyx lost her poison resistance from that thing, and are currently poisoned. The condition.
Ooh. Jesus Christ.
Okay, they're the next ones to receive my healing. I'm sorry.
And then at the initiative count 20.
Mummy Cassian is poisoned.
Initiative count 20. You're gonna see a glimpse of one of them, but I have to swap to. I've done it in the wrong order. It's not that one, even though that would make sense. It's this.
The fire one?
No. Look up.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
It's a tornado!
Get out of there!
So yeah, the map changes again as the lava returns, but crackling sort of behind Maeve where this creature initially appeared is this circular portal, or maybe not portal, this circular vortex of lightning energy. As I'm gonna need everyone, including people who are really far away, to make me strength saves.
What if we
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What?
Leave one eye open tonight, Asher.
18.
Does this count as a magical effect?
This
head?
I mean, it's a magical portal.
Yeah,
if you say
I will
no.
say I will say this counts as magic effect, and I will remind that some of you have bless, and Sidon and Maeve are
Oh, bloody hell, Simon.
half-bodic. Jesus. Let me roll for
Yeah.
next succeeds.
I fucking hate this game.
What? You
you
succeeded?
I know I succeeded!
Oh.
Where were these before?
So the DC is 16. Obviously, Archon succeed. Maeve does succeed because Bless will get her to. We'll bump it up to at least 16.
I'm so happy that we used the blessing because I rolled a 6 in the first one.
Drac fails.
I failed because I rolled 14.
Cass succeeds. Cassian fails. Sidon succeeds. Nyx succeeds. So, all of you, everyone who failed, are pulled 30 feet towards the lightning.
So Cassian is inside the acid monster then?
No, I think he actually just gets through it. Oops, that's wrong.
I'm right in front of the acid monster.
Oh, that's a cone.
So you would get to the far end.
I will say because, I don't want him to be... It's not like a gelatinous cube, I'm not going to have it be in space. So yeah,
Oh,
I'll put
it's
him
30.
there.
I thought you said 40, then I will be here.
Did anyone else fail? No. Wow. Okay, you rolled pretty well. So the only person who takes some damage is Drac, because he's within that the zone that I had written down. So it's not too much.
If you jump into the very center point of that storm, you'll be perfectly fine because that's the other storm.
I don't want to.
So you take,
why don't you try that,
you take 13 points of lightning damage as this thing zaps out towards you and hits you.
Oh fuck!
But that is the layer action. It is Drac, your turn.
Does the monster change?
Move the fuck away from there.
No. The monster does not change.
I feel like it changes based on how many elemental hits we give it. And since Jack hit it with a poison, which is a specific element. Yeah. But
so this thing is very clearly taking damage. Like, it's changing form, but that changing form still is clearly doing damage to it as it's taking it.
But I think what happened is because Drac did the threshold for the elemental poison damage, it changed it into this monster. I bet if we had like ice, there would be a water one. If we did enough fire damage, it would go back to the fire one. Shit like that.
I'm just gonna keep hitting it with psychic damage.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll become like a ghost and like disappear.
Yeah,
you make it, I mean, to whatever you want. I've got every.
No, I know. I mean, I'm just saying I did almost do it and I didn't. But Drac, what are you doing?
Next time, make it immune to psychic, and then let me stop.
Let's see here. I'm gonna hit it.
Go for it.
18.
18 just missed. Oh, you have blessed.
You are blessed, so you hit.
Oh, cool. Then I'm.
You're blessed, Slab. Your blast has come in clutch.
So 8 slashing, 4 poison, and
the poison is completely negated.
Oh, damn.
But
what about the cold?
The cold is 1 damage.
Oh,
so I can't half it.
Poison.
That's poison as well, but, can't help you there. I'm afraid.
Let's see here. Do I know if it's immune to diseases?
I mean, you don't know.
It's not a humanoid. So.
It's not. Yeah, it's not got like. You don't see any organs and stuff.
You don't see anywhere to give it a cold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
it is snot, basically.
Hit it again with the fang, and that's a miss.
That's definitely a miss.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna hit it with the bone sword instead. 17.
You are blessed.
Roll 1d4.
Hits. Nice.
Let's see. There it is. So 12 piercing, 3 lightning damage.
Okay. The lightning damage goes through as you would expect.
Yeah, and I'm guessing poison thing. Mark of the hunter thingy doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah. And on that hit, I'm gonna use just 1 second. Just gonna. Yeah, I've hit it with a bone weapon. Good. Then I'm gonna spend. Can I spend?
Do as many as you want, I think. He says, not actually remembering the ability you made.
With a bone weapon, you can choose to expend a hit die and deal
a hit die, so 1. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was any number. I lied.
Then I'm gonna roll this one. And it takes 4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage. Half to 2.
Ooh, necrotic resistance, okay.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Nyx. She's gonna do something this turn. Seeing that it's not seeing that it's not immune to necrotic damage, but resistant because she doesn't want to make an attack on because she's poisoned. Oh, sorry, Woo. I need you to make 2 con saves for me.
2 con saves.
Yeah.
So 24 and 5.
See the first one? That's weird. So your AC is reduced by 1 as your armor is starting to melt.
No, my armor. I paid much for this.
It can be fixed, but not in the fight. But knowing this thing is
naked.
that's crazy. Knowing this thing is not immune to necrotic damage, she is going to cast Blight on it. Con save. Succeeds. So it's going to take half of half. She did that at her highest level, which is 4th. 41. Which is half to 20, half to 10.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, she's going to stand there and look cool. However, she did meet the threshold for likely one final change. Because this thing's not got many hit points left. As you watch the toxic form around it begin to it takes on necrotic damage, and this it begins to dissolve into black and then harden and crystallize as you watch any amount of ice damage that Drac has done mixes with this necrotic damage as this lumbering ice form takes its place. Probably won't get to do anything. But
what have I done?
But that is the end of Nyx's turn. Sidon.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter right now, but the area around you is difficult to read.
So I'm going to first stab it with the spear.
Go for it.
20.
20 hits.
Silvery barbs.
So that's 10 piercing, 2 fire.
Cool. The fire is halved.
Halved. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries there. I will then take a step and I will unarmed strike for 26.
Hits.
I'm just going to make this bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
Since I struck it, as I strike it, I actually take the arm that has the gauntlet on it, and I smash it in. And so, I'm reading this right. Just to confirm if I am. So each unarmed strike while wielding this gauntlet increases its charge by 1. Yeah. When I hit with an attack with this item, I can expend any amount of charges. Can I expend all 4 of them?
Yeah.
To do 4d6 lightning damage.
Yes.
Cool. Then that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explode the lightning through the gauntlet for 4d6 lightning damage.
20.
20 halved?
I mean, not halved. But to be fair, you did already kill it. With the 12, because it only had 5 hit points left. But you watch as you strike into it and release that burst of lightning, the frost form cracks and breaks, revealing this lightning interior, just because I want to show the last one. As it begins to, well, I will ask you, how do you want to do this?
So, as he hits into the lightning, and he calls upon it, he just lets out like a roar, just... Ah! And the lightning sort of explodes out from his gauntlet into him, and then, despite him becoming this lightning beast, it still sort of explodes out more and more, and just sort of detonates him into dust or
yeah. So you watch as it detonates, you watch as the lightning and the energy flashes out, and then also begins to coalesce, try and form itself back together into this shifting, violently twisting orb of primordial energy before it completely loses its form, and this rock of pure primal power hits the ground, and you are out of initiative.
I did it! I actually did it! For the first time ever, I beat a big monster!
You're welcome.
It took ages.
To be fair, I think Slab is the MVP for this fight.
Oh, that blast was insane, but I didn't go down for the first time ever against a giant evil monster. And I was able to actually put in work.
Does the thing at the back disappear, by the way?
Yes, sorry. After 6 seconds or so, it reverts back to its natural form.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Malik?
What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy.
What guy?
Malik!
Oh.
We need to.
Can I have a look at
we
this?
need to find a way out.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Tap.
I was gonna say, can I have a look at this contraption to see if it's like a dispenser of some sort? Because we could have that again.
Yeah, you look. I'll say no check necessary. You look at this contraption up here, and it just appears to be. You can see like around it, like investigating. No, obviously, you don't need to make a check, but looking around, you can see that there seems to be multiple of those colors of obedience that Cryovis was making. But they all appear to be broken, as well as just like some pieces of parchment that are written, just like detailing. Well, I would say this creature. You learn its name is the Elemental of Primal Fluctuation.
You mean was?
Yes, its name was the Elemental of Primal Fluctuation. Yeah.
That jar that we found in Cryovis's office.
Or
was it in the basically the jar that had like the shifting goop that kept changing? Is it similar to that?
It doesn't appear to be. That was changing, like, I mean, maybe not like 1,000 miles off. That one seemed to be more similar to how like a doppelganger or a changeling changes. This was definitely more of like, you know, elemental changes. So yeah, you learn its name, and you see a note sort of near the bottom of it, of that piece of paper, that reads something to the effect of, if this thing has enough power, it might be able to grant me as many wishes as I want.
Oh, genie. While Mavy's looking over there, can I have a look at this rock of primordial power that just sort of fell? Essentially the corpse of this thing. How big is it? Is it like massive, or is it like...
No, you can hold it in your hand. It's like... what's the best like description? Like a... size of like a... like a...
like an American football?
Like a baseball.
Like a baseball. Oh, so
yeah,
not
pretty small.
No, I was picturing a little bit bigger than that, actually.
Yeah, it's really small, but it's clearly very dense, and you can see that. I don't know if we're allowed to use that. And you can see that like it's the surface of it is always changing. It's like changing between fire, and it's sparking with electricity. It's getting colder. It's sort of gooping into like toxic mud, but it always keeps its form, and is clearly very powerful.
And can I touch it? Does that power like explode off of me? No.
Okay. If you can touch it, I mean, it's slightly weird to hold because it keeps changing, but it's not hurting you.
Hey, Archeron. Obviously not yet, because we're kind of in a hurry and we're kind of in the shit right now. But when you get a sec, you want to identify the primordial nifty rock?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm knackered. Those temporary... no, I can't even talk. Those temporary hit points disappear, don't they, at the end of the fight?
Yes.
Okay.
So, cool. We can check this out when we're out of harm's way. In the meantime, I'm just going to put it in Drax's bag. I will remind you when we get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Into the bag of holding.
Sorry, so James, I'm James like, oh.
We're going to end in a minute. We'll just see if you guys can figure out a way out before we end.
Is there a door? Is there like a... Because we were told the Convoker's Hold had a load of doorways. Is there anything that looks like a door? This looks like an obvious doorway.
Where?
Behind the bird wings.
That appears to be... you can like look at it. it's sort of a doorway. It's more like a balcony, a place to watch. But there doesn't appear to be much behind it. Your best guess of a way out, this is all of you, is... So obviously, I've drawn that blue circle on the map where you guys appeared. There is a runic circle beneath it, that is faintly... Like, it's got, like, some magic to it, clearly. You'd have to take a minute to, like, look at it. But it clearly has some magic to it.
Okay. Hey, Maeve, did you find anything on his weird table? What's this about wishes?
I don't know. I assume it would be Malik that had written them.
You can assume that. You don't know his handwriting, so you can't tell. But
then I have no idea, Sidon. Have a look. Here's the pieces of paper from the table.
It's weird that I'm having a look, but I'll have a look.
I can see Sidon like, no pictures.
Held upside down.
So, what do they say again?
It's basically like a basic description of this monster, of the previous monster that is now a gem. With like the last bit that says, I don't have it all written down, obviously, but the last bit says something to the effect of, if I feed it enough, it may grant me as many wishes as I want.
So, does it... It's going to sound weird. Does it sound like he was trying to morph this into a genie? Like, is that how genies are born?
No.
Crushing primordials into one thing?
It seems like well, it's so hard to tell without, knowing the machinations of that madman. But it seems like he was trying to give it enough energy for it to then be powerful enough to do whatever he wanted with it.
Okay.
Can Archeron... He's going to wander over to have a look at the runes, but can he request that you collect the paperwork and as many of those broken... I was going to call them fucking source collars there. Jesus, I've been playing so much Divinity this week.
The obedience collars.
Obedience collars.
Yeah.
And then he's going to Arcana this rune thing, see if he can figure it out.
Yeah, go for it. Make me an Arcana check.
He's going to give himself guidance. Hopefully he won't need it.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Nope.
Really quickly, you're like, this is like a dormant sort of conjuration rune, and you think...
That was a max roll, that's insane.
Yeah, you think if you put any amount of conjuration magic into this, above a cantrip, probably, first, whatever level, it will activate, and you can walk through it. And it will take you somewhere.
I don't actually know if I have any conjuration spells prepared.
Mage? Does it have to be a leveled spell?
Yeah, I'd say it has to be leveled, yeah. Anything above a cantrip. If not, Nyx has a conjuration spell she can do.
I'm looking now. I genuinely, because I was looking at teleportation circle, and I thought, I won't need it.
Yeah. Well, Nyx. Yeah, go on. Pete.
Sorry, I was just going to say, looking over this table, is there any notes about Callie here?
Oh.
No.
I've got vortex warp. That's the lowest I've got.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Nyx will walk up, slightly singed, but she's alright. Also, anyone who had their elemental stuff taken away, you get it back.
Does that include, it's not been 24 hours, does that include the gift from the Queenie?
I'll say yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say no, but I'll say yeah. It's fine. But yeah, so seeing that Archeron has identified this, Nyx is going to sort of walk up, and she sort of takes a breath and puts her hand up, and she goes to cast Tempter's Flooding Disc with her Tiefling ability. But as she does...
That'll be a ritual for me, yeah.
You watch as the spell begins to form and take shape, but it's sort of dissipated into the circle as it glows brightly, and you can walk through it, and I assume you do.
Before we do that, while they are doing all this, I'm gonna check over Cassian's and my armor to see if
I can
we
fix
can
it,
get that AC back.
Maeve should be able to fix it. You can probably fix it over, the span of short rest.
I was gonna say as well, depending on what Archon had, didn't he have mending at one point?
I didn't get mending at the start of the day. But...
Maeve has mending from her.
I have a magical needle.
That can repair magical clothing and stuff.
I just don't load it, otherwise it's not a good cantrip.
Yeah, so I mean, over the course of a short rest, it would be pretty easy for Maeve to repair it with that.
Yeah, I just wanted to check so like the armor doesn't start to like get what's it called, like acidy. Like the armor
dissolves. Yeah, it doesn't
dissolving.
It has stopped dissolving. Like after the hit, it sort of like melts that part and then falls off, or like doesn't have any more effect than that. But yeah, it's all right. Maeve can fix them, probably both of them, over the space of a short rest. But you see, I assume, all step through this portal, and you're met with, from very warm lava back to very cold.
Time to put a jacket on, I guess.
I don't own a jacket.
Why do you not? We got winter clothing before we left.
I don't there would be enough. I thought there would be enough.
You guys are.
Oh, is this the Guardian statue then?
Yes. You guys are where Nyx and Cassian are, and you can see this area is currently blizzarding. With
focus on will be indoors.
You see these fires around you that are sort of lighting the area and warming you up a little bit. And the fire. Oh, I need to make sure I get the right one. Actually, hold on. Yes. And the fire next to you sort of shows the image of a sort of a circular flame around a white skull with these burning red eyes, and there is text beneath it, but I won't read it now because it doesn't matter too much. But as you appear and are back in the cold, we will pick up that next time.